like that. Woo!
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull Up Show. I'm your host, Mr. BJ Matthews, aka B Jizzle. Before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe to all of our YouTube videos. Hit that like button as y'all come in here. Hit the share and subscribe as well. Hit the Cash App, which is $BJ Matthews, $BJ Matthews for all this great content. Make sure you guys continuously, if not been able to, y'all have not already tried to, get everything going with all the memberships that we got available, man. We got 3 options with the pull-up badge, the clipper badge, and the interview badge. If you guys are so interested in that, make sure you guys get those membership badges for those perks that we got going on. Which I just saw was a intro video for my LA Clipper audience, because we are in LA Clipper Talk right now. We do this after every post game. I couldn't do it last night, headed back from the game, but we are here this morning, so we're ready to rock and roll. So let me go and put this up here, man. All our members right there. Shout out to all you guys that are, continuously supporting the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. If you guys would like to support the Pull Up Basketball Podcast, do so by hitting the like button, subscribing, hitting the Cash App, or get your membership badges so you can be locked in for the rest of the remaining of the season. Let's go into some of these comments. Shout out to my LA Clipper people. Shout out to my man. Pagan 180 was good. Salute to you, man. Pull up. Let's go. Go Clips. Tune in Sports 1 says Zubac saw my guy Jared Allen rebound performance and said, I bet. Let's LOL. But go Clips moving up in the standings. Yes, we're gonna talk about that as well. My man Allen and G, you know what I'm saying? Long time supporter says salute BJ, salute Hope and Miss Tay. Hope and Miss Tay will be here tomorrow, but appreciate that. I appreciate the salute from them as well. Also, a super chat from my man Allen and G. He says, should we be concerned about Kawhi? We're going to talk about that as well. Y'all reading my mind with some of these questions, man. Definitely. Y'all been around me for way too long. The realest, salute to you, my man. Salute. How you doing, brother? All right. So if you guys have not already, make sure you guys hit that like button as y'all come in here, hit the share, subscribe as well. Andrew Gutierrez, salute to you, my guy. How you guys doing? You know what I'm saying? Continuously hit that Cash App as well. He said, yo, BJ's supposed to be sounding the intro because no audio was playing on myself. Nah, it's actually supposed to be like that. No sound. It's just basically audio. I mean, it's just video, no audio. So yeah, that's right. It's supposed to be no audio, but definitely appreciate you, my brother. Let's get into last night. LA Clipper Talk. All my LA Clipper people, sit back and enjoy this show today. So The Clippers prevailed over the Memphis Grizzlies last night in a highly impacted game. Being there yesterday, it was a good, good crowd. You know what I'm saying, with Ja being back for his fourth game of the season after having a suspension, his 25-game suspension. This is the first time I think he played against the Clippers in LA for like the last 2 seasons. I don't think he played against us last year in LA. So I think the season before that is when we played him in LA. So this is the first time that the Clipper fan base got a chance to see him in LA for 2 seasons. So a lot of Memphis Grizzlies fans, but there was more Clipper fans, bar none. The only three teams I think that have more fans than us when they come visit us are the Warriors, the Celtics, and the Lakers. Well, the Lakers are part of the arena too, so don't really count. So the Warriors and the Celtics, so what I've seen this year, have had the biggest fan base again with us going into LA. Let me go into some of the stuff I want to talk about. Let me go ahead and put this on the screen for y'all to actually see. As y'all can get in here. Let me share my screen with y'all. Go to the stats, and then we can go into some of the stuff that you guys are asking, and we can go, let y'all in. 'Cause I got a lot of information to touch on today. So make sure you guys sit back and enjoy this. So the Clippers win 106-117 last night against the Memphis Grizzlies. Let me go to some of the team stats first. From what I saw from my whole, why we was able to prevail, and some of the things we got to actually clean up because there's quite a few things we need to clean up. Um, you know what I'm saying, about what happened last night. So let's look into something real quick. All right. So going to the team stats like we always do. The Clippers won two of the 4 quarters against the Memphis Grizzlies, the first and the third quarter. The Clippers were, dynamic. They were able to hold the Memphis Grizzlies under 25 points. In both those quarters, they were able to score over 30 points in those quarters for the Clippers. But then the Grizzlies had the second quarter. They made a little bit of a run. The fourth quarter is when they, had their most points with 31-23, but the game was pretty much out of reach towards the end of the quarter, like that last 4 minutes of the game. The Grizzlies are pretty much, it was out of reach. I know PG fouled out, which we're going to talk about again today about that because I got a lot of stuff to say about PG. But the game was out of reach by like the last 3-4 minutes of the game. Now we talk about the shooting aspect of the game. The Clippers shot 49% to the Grizzlies 43%. Again, we want to make sure we try to get around that 50% mark for the Clippers because that's about a comfortable amount shooting percentage for us. 49.4 is good. I think that'll do, but let's try to get over 50%. 3-point shooting, the Grizzlies beat us 32-28. Both teams were, pretty much below average. Of course, we don't want to be anywhere around 28%, 28% from the three. We want to be around somewhere around 37 to about 40% for a team each game. Now, of course, that's not going to be possible, but we can definitely, shoot for that. And so, bad 3-point shooting night, a lot of missed open 3-point shots, which I think will, clean up, throughout the season. Actually, I know we'll clean up because we usually make those shots. Free throw percentage, 80% to the Grizzlies, 85. I like to see us around 85% for as a team, 85%. So that's about right. Rebounding went to us 54-33. So this was the big thing that I think really helped us get this win. We just controlled the boards. I think this is the first time, one of the first few times this season where we actually controlled the glass and not allowed the opposition to control us. And we're going to give a shout out to the person who I think was mainly responsible for that. But it was a group team effort, just going after the rebound and, crashing the boards, like, from the guards to the bigs to the wings. So great defensive and offensive effort. 11 offensive rebounds to their 3. Defensive rebounds, 43 to their 30. So cleared them in both those categories. Assists, 29-28. Went to the Memphis Grizzlies. Pretty much they're even as far as the assists. So that was good. Now the steals, 10-3. The turnovers and the steals really, really hurt us, where it let the Grizzlies back in the game for little short stints. Some of them were forced, some of them were unforced. Either way, we got to make sure we clean that up because those mental mistakes can easily get us or lose our momentum, which it almost did when we, gave up the lead. But the Grizzlies beat us 10-3 in the steals, and they had 4 blocks to our 6. We were able to, control the paint inside. The turnovers went to them, 12-18. So, nonetheless, man, those are the, main categories we got to clean up. As y'all come in here, smash the like button. Let me see how many people are in here right now. We got 27 people, man. We got, get them likes up. Get those likes up, y'all. Let's get those over 27 people right now. All right, so it's turnovers, fouls, 22-19. We need to talk about the fouls as well. Even though the Grizzlies have more fouls than us, there's quite a few fouls that I've seen from a certain player that I really don't like seeing, and I've seen a couple times. So I think we need to talk about that. The largest lead went to us, 21-6. So we had the largest lead of 21 points, I believe, in the third quarter. So yeah, that's pretty much takes care of the team stats. So basically, all in all, the team stats, the ones that really helped us out was the rebounding, and the ones that really hurt us was the steals and turnovers, and also the 3-point percentage. We got to clean that up as well. But that's enough for the team stats. Let's go into some of the player stats, man. Let's go into the player stats. See what happened with us. And if you talk about the Grizzlies a little bit, so their high was Marcus Smart and Jaren Jackson Jr., which I actually like because both two guys are not, big time scorers. Those are usually Desmond Bane and Ja Morant, which they had less than 22 points or less than 20 points. I liked, seeing that. But Marcus Smart hit some 3-point shot. He shot 11 threes, which I'll live with that any day. He made 4 of those. He shot 7 for 14 from the field, however, though, which is good. He made all his free throws. He's there for primarily defense. So anytime you have off a defensive player shooting the most threes, that's a good sign for your team because basically that means their offensive players can't get off. They can't, score. They can't shoot. So basically, you're pretty much daring Marcus Smart and Jaren Jackson to shoot threes. Jaren Jackson hit 2 threes in the first quarter. I think he hit another one in the second quarter. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, you ain't gonna see JJ really hit those shots consistently. I've probably seen every 20, 25 games. I'm seeing him just making, high efficiency threes. So we'll live with that. He's not gonna continue that throughout the whole game. He had 22 points. And then you got Ja, you had Desmond Bane, both under 20. Desmond Bane, 7 for 11 from the field, did not get a lot of shots up. A lot of that was because of our, defensive effort and, who we was able to, swarm around him. A lot of that had to do with him having a guard on the other side as well. One of our, premier players. So that took a lot of energy out of him for not getting a lot of shots up. 11 shots for Desmond Bane is not how he operates. He's going to get like around 15 to 20 shots a game. So that was good that we limited his shots. And it was good that we allowed Ja Morant to be inefficient. 7 for 19 from the field, 0 for 7 from the 3-point line. So that's another person we can add to this list. I'm about to pull up right now of guys we locked up this season on this streak so far, bro. That's another guy we could add to this list. As y'all can see, these are the guys that we've, through the month of December pretty much locked down with their efficiency and their shooting percentage. So those are the guys: Nikola Jokic, Jordan Clarkson, De'Aaron Fox, Steph Curry, Tyrese Halliburton, and Luka Doncic, all well under 40% from the field, right? So we can add Ja Morant to that list. Now, Ja, from what we know, was sick last night. He did go to the tunnel after, in the first quarter. He wasn't really being ultra aggressive out the gate. He was looking more to pass and more to, give the ball up. Didn't really show his explosiveness. So, I mean, it was good that we had a, good night against him, but I want to see us against him in Memphis next month because I know he's going to, come out with a vengeance. But I thought we did a good job of, throwing Terrence Mann on him, Russell Westbrook on him, Amir Coffey guarded him a few times. We're good, with our length and our size and being able to, just be gritty. You know what I'm saying? That's just the base. That's just basically what it's about: being gritty, being smart, and using our length because we got athletes all over the place who are 6'5" and up who could, guard on the perimeter and bother these smaller guards, as y'all can see right here. Right. 38 people here. Let's get these likes up. Over 38 likes, y'all. Let's get these likes up, y'all. Let's get these likes up. All right, so let's continue. Not too much from their bench. Bismack Biyombo had 2 points, which I don't really expect nothing from him. Zaire Williams is a guy who usually gets off, for them as well. He couldn't really do much yesterday. He was 0 for 3, 0 for 2. He didn't score a point Xavier Tillman, 17 minutes, had 4 rebounds. With them missing Steven Adams and Brandon Clark, their inside presence, it really hurts the Memphis Grizzlies as far as rebound the ball. That's why we were able to, pound that glass, because had they had Brandon Clark and, Steven Adams, that rebounding discrepancy would be a lot different. Just being honest. They didn't have Luke Kennard, who's out with a knee. A lot of guys are out for the Grizzlies. Even with Ja Morant, there I can see the holes in on their team. They don't rebound the basketball enough. They lack 3-point shooting. So those are two aspects that's really gonna hurt the Grizzlies. You don't have your shooter out there. You don't have your bigs out there to really rebound. Jaren Jackson had 2 rebounds yesterday. Ja had more rebounds than Jaren Jackson. Desmond Bane had the most. He had 7 rebounds. So that shows you they have a problem rebounding the basketball. So they're relying on Ja Morant to come in and play Superman, which I don't think that's gonna work. As y'all come in here, smash the like button. Let's go to the Clippers side. Let's go to the winning scene. Now, let's go to the bench first. Let's talk about the bench. Daniel Tice, 2 for 3 from the field, 5 points. Russ, 6'9" for the field, 2 for 4 from the 3. He had 14 points. He had 6 rebounds and 6 assists. Very good stat line for 20 minutes of play. Norman Powell, 25 minutes, 5 for 12 from the field. Very, very good. 13 points. He did not shoot the 3-point ball, shot all that well, 1 for 4, which is 25%, and he shot 2 free throws getting to the line. So we all talk about Norman Powell. His ability to draw fouls is just second to none. 6 rebounds. He's able to find other ways to be effective. We saw Kobe Brown get some shots up as well. 15 minutes, 3 for 5 from the field, and 1 for 3 from the 3. So I like seeing Kobe Brown taking those shots. Being more aggressive. And as he's a more aggressive shooting the ball, he's going to actually be making more shots. So this was I think his first efficient game from the field that I can remember. So that's a great sign, having Kobe Brown do that, because that could be a rotational player for us in the playoffs if PJ Tucker does not, if he continues not to get minutes. All right, so that's the bench. And then going to the starters, Terrence Mann shot 3 for 10 from the field, 0 for 6 from the 3, 5 for 6 from the free throw line, and had 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Then you got Amir Coffey, 5 for 6 from the field, 3 for 4 from the 3, and 31 minutes. And the reason I bring those 2 guys up is because I'm seeing somewhat of a little bit of a trend. There was a play last night. I remember, I think in the second quarter, they subbed Terrence Mann out the game, and he got out the game. He sat down. He hit the chair like super hard. Like he hit the chair super hard because I guess he was missing shots. Terrence Mann is continuously still in his streak and his drought right now of shooting the basketball, which, in all honesty, I hear Tyronn Lue say that it doesn't matter because he's a defensive player and he's here to, play defense and get energy to us. But you guys can clearly see Terrence Mann trying to find his shot. He shot more shots than Amir Coffey. He shot more shots than Ivica Zubac. Only people that shot more shots was him was PG and James Harden. He shot more shots than everybody. He's trying to find his rhythm. And the fact that he's not hitting shots is really bothering him. Right? So you got that aspect right there. I think T-Man did a great job starting off on Ja Morant, and he did a great job on Desmond Bane as well. People didn't realize that. Terrence Mann did a great job on Desmond Bane in that second quarter. So that's what we need him for defense. But I could see in the minutes how T-Man got 23 and Amir Coffey got 31. Amir Coffey and T-Man are kind of the same. It's just that T-Man is a better defender who can play some offense as far as driving into the basket, and then Amir Coffey is a better offensive player, but doesn't have he has some defense, but he doesn't have T-Man's defense. At least we ain't seen it yet, like on full display. So T. Lue's prioritizing Amir Coffey over Terrence Mann, and I've been seeing this for the last few games. Amir was 5 for 6, 3 for 4 from the 3. But I'm seeing that Amir Coffey, his ability to shoot and his ability to actually, get downhill and actually not be afraid to shoot the basketball, I think that's why he's getting more minutes than Terrence Mann right now. Now, I ain't seen Amir Coffey be assigned to somebody an entire game yet, but I would like to see that. I would like to see him get the assignment of a primary guard and see how he does. Because I'm gonna tell you something. If Amir Coffey continues to score like this, you're gonna continue to see these minutes go more in his favor over Terrence Mann. We saw it in the last few games against the New York Knicks. We saw it against the Dallas Mavericks. We saw it against against the Charlotte Hornets, I think. You saw it against the Boston Celtics. Like he continuously plays more minutes than Terrence Mann. And it's just because of the fact that he's able to score the basketball. He seems more confident with his shot. That's the honest to God truth of that, in my opinion. Um, Let me get these likes up. We got 43 people in here. Let's get these likes up. Let's get these likes up. Um, and we got our three big dogs. Aviska Zubac with 33 minutes, 7 for 8 from the field, 20 rebounds, 14 defensive, 6 offensive rebounds, and 15 points. Viska Zubac is playing as if he wants to get like a new deal, a new contract. Now I know he's still locked in with the Clippers, but I'm saying, he's really proven himself to be trying to get one of these, season awards, whether that be defensive, all defensive second team, or be one of the leaders in rebounding in the league. I don't know what his rebounding, numbers is right now, but he's either being pushed by James Harden to, be a better version of himself, and he's just coming out, or Viska Zubac made a point before the season started just to, just really be dominant, because that's what I'm seeing with him. With the rebound numbers falling in our favor last night is a good sign, and Aviska Zubac's a big reason for that. He had 20 of our 54 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? So, just a dominant performance from Big Zoo. I don't think a lot of people give him enough of his praise, his flowers, because the big man is kind of obsolete in basketball at this point if you're traditional. But I'm gonna give it to him. Aviska Zubac, salute to you, man, for rebounding the hell out the ball and protecting that basket. Because without him as the anchor, as far as that inside presence, that all this stuff kind of falls apart, doesn't work. So, big ups to Aviska Zubac. Then we gotta talk about Paul George and James Harden. So PG, 36 minutes, 8 for 21 from the field, 2 for 8 from the three, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 23 points. And then you got James Harden, who had played 44 minutes, 4 for 13 from the field, 2 for 9 from the three, 6 for 8 from the free throw line, 13 assists, and 16 points. All right, so like I said, inefficient nights for us shooting the basketball. A large point of that is because of James Harden and Paul George. Now, let me talk about PG first. I gotta talk about PG first, and put this on the screen so y'all can see. Shut this screen off right now. And as y'all come in here, smash the like, but I'm gonna let y'all in a minute. All right, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about PG like last night. So I'm watching the game, in depth, in detail. I'm sitting, in the first level, and I'm seeing, PG, and I'm seeing like his mood, and I'm seeing how he's looking. Um, the first shot of the game, PG, gets the ball at the top of the key, does like a nice pull up J. I think it was on I think it was on Marcus Smart. I think Marcus Smart had the assignment on him early, or was it Desmond Bain? One of the two. He pulls up, first shot of the game, he shoots, he makes it. Then right after that play, you know what I'm saying? Because PG likes to get started hot early. Right after that play, the second play that they run an action for him to do like a circle, like a curl play to the top of the key. Desmond Bain is guarding him around the pick, and you can see Desmond Bain kind of try to hold and grab PG a little bit, and kind of get him off focus, and then you kind of see that. And then PG, after he gets the ball, after trying to fight to get the basketball on the 3-point line at the top of the key, looks at the ref and kind of like an annoyance, and kind of just like says, pretty much, come on, man, like what's up with that? Like, starts talking to the ref. We're like only 2 minutes in the game. So I point that out to say that y'all know PG been talking about the refs, all through this season. In the Denver Nuggets game, we talked about this beginning of the year. PG doesn't really get the calls that, we feel like he deserves to get. And you can say that about a lot of players who are stars as well. But even with the Clippers, you drive to the basket, you don't get the calls that you usually should get. That's what a lot of us have actually talked about. I'm sure a lot of other teams around the league say the same thing, but we're talking about the Clippers. They don't really get the same calls as say the Lakers. And PG's been vocal about that. He actually got fined for that comment earlier this year. So once I saw him going back with the refs, I'm like, man, PG's about to start getting in his head. He's gonna get like a tech. You're gonna get frustrated. So I said that was a negative sign. Then as the game continuously goes on, I see PG. He misses the next two shots, and then he misses the next. He has two open 3-point shots. He misses and clanks. So he's at 1 for 6. Then after he misses those shots, he shoots a baseline jump shot in like a rainbow shot. He misses that shot as well. So more than half the shots are like wide open shots or makeable shots for PG. They're just not falling. So what I notice about him is when he starts getting into that mode where shots aren't falling for him, there'll be tendencies where he either force it or he'll become passive. Those are the two aspects. When PG's like kind of inefficient, he'll either force it to try to make a shot or he'll become more passive with the basketball. So there was a point that PG was 1 for 10 before he hit his next shot. Now, I point that out because, like I said, this is why I tell y'all before, PG's going to have inefficient nights. This isn't nothing new. It's because it's not because of he can't shoot the basketball. Because a lot of the shots he takes are bad shots, but they still somehow fall. So, a lot like Kobe Bryant. Like, if y'all watch Kobe for a long time, his shots, these were bad shots, but they would fall because of how great of a tough shot maker he is. So PG, before he hit his next shot, he's 1 for 10. All ISO, trying to dribble, trying to pull up, trying to, do all that. He wasn't hitting the shot. Then something interesting happened. He hit a buzzer beater, I think, in the third quarter. Actually, the third quarter, I think he had 12 points. You know what I'm saying? I said the first half he had, I think, ended up with 6. And then he came back in the third quarter, he had 12, and then he finished off, I think, with was it 6 points in the fourth. But the third quarter, I saw that he actually was catching the basketball closer to the basket. He was actually posting. He was actually calling for the ball on smaller defenders closer to the basket, which I said last episode. I would like to see PG not so much drive to the basket, but catch the ball closer to the basket. Because if you got a Desmond Bain on you, or if you got a Ja Morant on you, or if you got that one dude, Williams, on you who's shorter, all you got to do is just turn around and shoot the basketball. Because if you try to dance around the perimeter, trying to shoot, trying to, shake a defender off you, then you're asking for the refs to not call it in your favor at times. Now, sometimes he will get those calls because, he's an all-star player in this league. But what PG, I would like for him to do is catch the ball closer to the basket and actually turn around and shoot, or turn around and actually, go baseline. Because when he started doing that, you started seeing him hit, I think, 4 shots in a row in the third quarter. A couple of them were catch and shoot 3-point shots, but, he was catching the ball close to the basket, which that's all he needs to do. Like, stop dancing around the 3-point line. There's no point of doing that. We know that you can dribble. We know that you can score, but we want to make the game much easier. But it wasn't even the shots. I know PG's going to find his rhythm. It wasn't even that was the problem. The problem that he fouled out. And, PG at times takes a lot of gambling. Actually, puts his hands in players, shooting pockets and stuff like that. He has quick hands. But I think sometimes he's defensively undisciplined. So I think, we have to do a better job as far as with that, trying to not get caught in those fouls, because especially with Kawhi out, you can't have those type of, relapses. So I would like to have PG more focused on, not fouling and using his hands. But all in all, PG's finished with 23 points last night. And like I said, it's gonna be nice. He's gonna have those inefficient nights if he dances on the perimeter like he usually does. You know what I'm saying? Those same nights where he's has close to 40, 50 points, which we all rave about. You're gonna see games where he's like 8 for 20 or 7 for 22. You're gonna see games like that because that's just the name of the game. If the one of the best players, Kobe Bryant, was inefficient from the field, shooting those type of shots, and Paul George ain't better than Kobe, I mean, y'all think he's too good not to have, bad shooting nights. But when he catches the ball closer to the basket, there are higher percentage shots. That's what Kawhi does. If you watch Kawhi, he's not trying to dance all on the perimeter like throughout the whole game. He's trying to catch the ball close to the basket. You know what I'm saying? So that's what kind of rises Kawhi's shooting percentage over Paul George is that he catches the ball closer. And he takes smarter shots. That's pretty much it. Just like Jordan. Jordan did the same thing, catch the ball closer to the basket. Right? As y'all come in here, smash that like button. Let me talk about James Harden right now. So Harden, he didn't have an efficient night himself, shooting the basketball, but he did give us double-digit assists. He was cooking in the first quarter. He was actually the guy actually leading us in the first quarter. So that's what I could see why we got him because when we have opportunities where either PG's off or Norm is, coming off the bench or Kawhi sitting out, I see why we got James Harden on the team now. And I'm pretty safe and confident to say that we really won that trade. I'm convinced we really won it because now we brought in somebody that's able to just be a pure point guard. This is probably the best point guard we've had since Chris Paul. And I think James Harden's a better player than Chris Paul. So this is really a steal to even get this guy on the team. And then you factor it in that he's getting all these other players better. Now you see Zubac having 20 rebounds now. You're seeing guys like, Kawhi Leonard, in the MVP talks, when he's playing. You see guys like, Amir Coffey getting his confidence. Russ, I'm going to talk about Russ in a minute. He looks even good right now shooting the basketball. I don't know if people are mentioning that, but Russ is actually finding his jump shot. And I want to say this as well before I go back to Harden. Russ, for people that say that Russ is not a good shooter, y'all remember Russ was one of the best mid-range shooters in his OKC days. In his Houston Rockets, he was a good mid-range shooter, and he was a good mid-range shooter in the Washington Wizard days. So Russ never really had a problem. He was one of the best mid-range shooters in the league. Now, that may be a lot for people to actually grasp because you've heard this that Russell Westbrook can't shoot. But if you go and watch a lot of the film with him in those days, he was actually being one of the best mid-range shooters we had in the NBA. And last night, he was hitting his mid-range shots as well. He hit a couple threes because Harden gave him good passes. But I'm seeing that Russ is starting to get his confidence back. See, when he's with the Lakers, y'all saw Russ kind of lose his confidence shooting the ball. And I'm like, damn, Russ is not even. I mean, his shot just looks off. He's, shuffling his feet. He just doesn't like he's, confident in his jumper. That all happened when he's with the Lakers. So I know it wasn't that he can't shoot. It's just his confidence was lost. And when you lose your confidence, either shooting or trying to play, it takes a long time to get back. But I saw it even last year, and people didn't really talk about it. He shot, I believe, around over 40% from the three. Well, they'll say, oh, that's a small sample size, BJ. Well, that was over 30 games with him with the Clippers. Nobody talked about it. How he's able to shoot the basketball. Now we're seeing with the Clippers, I'm starting to see game by game, he's shooting the ball better and better. So if you get a Russ who's his confidence, his mid-range shot is falling, then that's another issue because you can clearly see defenders backing up off of him. But because of how fast and explosive he is, if his midi is falling, it's pretty much a mismatch because now his mid-range is going to be automatic, but then you got to close out and he's going to blow right past you. That's what he used to do in OKC. He averaged around, I think, 27 points in Houston, even though the fit was bad between him and Harden. and he was able to do it in Washington. I mean, his mid-range shot was always automatic. All right, so I just wanted to point that, important point out there. As y'all come in here, smash that like button. I'm about to let y'all in a minute. 59 likes or 59 people. Let's get those over 59 likes. But back to Harden. Harden is the best point guard we've had in the last decade. Better than Patrick Beverly, better than John Wall, better than Rajon Rondo, better than uh Eric Bledsoe, better than Russell Westbrook, and I would say even better than Chris Paul. As far as a overall player, he's ranked higher than those guys all time. And I think right now he's better than those guys were when they're time with the Clippers. Even Chris Paul, because I think Harden, his ability to draw fouls, man, is just second to none. Like every time he draws it to comes to the basket, either going to be like an alley-oop, a foul, or it's going to be like a teardrop. Those are your three options. And he's just making it. He's just making everyone better. He's getting everybody in the crowd pumped up. Then he had a beautiful alley-oop pass to Russ last night. I mean, just his ability to make just the right reads and just think the game. Definitely was a huge upgrade at that point guard position. I'm confident to say I think we won that trade. So yeah, he's finding his rhythm for sure. All right, he actually done found it. Let's go to our big dog Kawhi, because somebody asked me a question about how they feel about is Kawhi, should we be concerned? So first off, I saw a interview last night with PG post game interview, and he had this to say about Kawhi from Joey Lynn. Shout out to my boy Joey Lynn. If he's watching the show right now, shout out to my man Joey Lynn. And side note, I met Tomer Alzari last night for the first time as well. So a lot of these dudes are at the games. Malika Andrews was at the game last night. Joey Lynn, I see him every game. Law Murray, I know I see him every game as well. He's been on the show a few times. So a lot of these people are just at the games, they're at the Clipper game. Jalen Rose at the game last night. So question from Alan NG says, should we be concerned about Kawhi? Joey Lynn says, Paul George said, we know it's going to take some time for Kawhi to get back into the lineup. It's not something that's surprising going to game or going to shoot around. We got to hold it down for him when he comes back. PG added, they know it's not too serious. Okay, so I want to say this as well. So Tamir Alzari had this to say about the injury to Kawhi Leonard that was kind of quiet. I'm saying did not get out until yesterday. So according to his post, who's a Clipper, he's actually just a LA Laker and Clipper reporter. He said Tyronn Lue says Kawhi Leonard initially suffered the hip injury against the Jazz and played through it, but then aggravated against the Mavs last week. He's getting better. He's just not clear to play right now. So this tells me two things. Number one, it says he initially suffered against the Jazz. That's the same game he had, I think, 45 points. That 45-point game performance about three Fridays ago. Y'all remember that game in Utah where he had like 45 points and he just, took over the game in the fourth. That's where apparently he injured his hip. So the fact that he injured his hip then and been playing through that, I don't know which play it was, but he's been playing through that hip injury. Once again, we don't know when Kawhi Leonard is hurt until they announce it. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know he was hurt against the Suns after he dropped 30 plus in 2 games straight. He had injured apparently in game 1 against the Suns last year, where he dropped 38 points. He turns around, has 31 points, and then he gets ruled out for the rest of the playoffs. And we're looking around like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And then we heard another report that Kawhi Leonard came out and said this is the first time he's felt no pain in his knee since 2017 after games. I put that up there on here a few lives ago. So there's another example of just how Kawhi Leonard just constantly, we don't see him actually be hurt until they announce it. You would have never thought that he would be even feeling the slightest amount of pain the way that man was playing on the street. So I don't know if it's his idea or if it's the Clippers' idea to keep things quiet the way they do. But it's just you just never know it all when it comes to Kawhi. He's gonna keep you. I don't know if it's gonna be him or the Clippers. They're gonna keep you wondering. I'm like, man, this guy was playing through this again throughout this whole stretch. So yeah, it makes sense why he's choosing to take time out. It makes perfect sense why it's been 4 games he ain't back yet because he already played through like a what 7, 8 game stretch with it. Now it's ironic that it happened on the same hip. Like he fell. We saw him actually fall down on his hip against the Mavs. That's an ironic, situation. That's the same hip that he, is just out for. But the reports continuously start surfacing out that we think something is one way, but it turns out to be something else when it comes to Kawhi. So, um, yeah, I don't. I mean, it just sounds like to me it's just being precaution because he already, he's showing he's trying to play, he's trying to be out there, but it's like, we got reinforcement with James Harden, Daniel Tice, Norman Powell, who can score. Of course, PG's right there, are the star. So it's like we got enough right there to really, constantly, keep the pressure on these teams. So you're probably saying, okay, well, let's just make sure Kawhi comes back 100% and not, rush nothing back. This is still the beginning of the season. We're not in the, hunt for the, trying to, get into the playoffs. We're in the top 4 seed right now. So it's really no rush at this point. Let me show y'all the standings real quick before I let y'all in. So this is the standings at this point this morning. You got the T-Wolves number 1, the Thunder at number 2, Nuggets number 3, Clippers number 4, Kings number 5, Mavs 6, Pelicans 7, Lakers 8, Suns 9, and 10 is the hold on, where's out the way? Got the Houston Rockets. Damn, they dropped to the 10th. Ooh. Yeah. So everything's pretty tight, but we look like we're only a game out in the loss column against the Denver Nuggets. So we can easily catch them. And then after we catch them, then we have to make our quest to, get to that second seed. Because we want to try to get as high as possible. Like it's still a long season where we can get to that first seed, but teams going to start dropping, and we're going to start beating these, teams in front of us. We pretty much play all the games against Denver. We got to beat OKC 2 out of these last 3 games. We got to beat Minnesota these games and coming next year, and then we got a chance to be that number 1 seed, which I really want to get. But let me go ahead and let y'all in the build. I know I've been long winded, but I had to give you guys all that, man. Like I said, hit the Cash App. If you guys like and enjoy what y'all hearing right now, hit that Cash App right there. I definitely appreciate it, man. Or hit the super chat, just like my boy Allen and G came in and did. Definitely appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all for sure. And I'm gonna drop this link for y'all to come in the building. I'm gonna read some of the comments too. I know I got like a gang of comments. Yep, I heard about that too. They got OG Anunoby is going to the New York Knicks. Very good move for the Knicks. I still think that they're going to be lacking 3-point shooting right now. They don't have the shooting, but they're going to be a gritty team. They're a gritty team. They're going to be a top 4, top 5 team in the East. What's good, Mass? What's good with you?
Salute, BJ. How you doing today, bro?
Hey, salute, brother. How about yourself? Good.
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. Clippers staying afloat, 19-12, huge turnaround, finding ways to win games without Kawhi. Had a couple losses there versus some of the better teams, but overall, 19-12. Fourth in the West. You're right. The West is bunched up. Ain't nobody really just took off with the conference yet. So, it's going to be a dogfight trying to position for playoff spots, but if you're a Clippers fan right now, you gotta be happy. And I can't say anything bad about James Harden. He's been playing some good basketball. He's been more offensively aggressive, since he's been with the Clippers. And so that along with Kawhi, damn, that's gonna be kind of scary. Obviously my sentiments don't change. I still think in the postseason is where I got the questions at. But overall, man, yeah, man, you guys are just staying afloat. You touched my Rockets. I mean, we're back to 500. Had a bad loss last night versus the Sixers without Joel Embiid. That was kind of bad, So Suns looking a little bit better. Got Bill back last night. It's going to be a dogfight, man. It's going to be a dogfight. And so if you're a Clippers fan, you want to get one of those, top 4 seeds so you can get a first round home playoff series. But I think the Clippers are good enough to win a road playoff game and still back home court. So listen, man, I think the Clippers are right where they want to be. And far as Kawhi's injury goes, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. This is actually a blessing in disguise to me. I mean, if he can get rest and the Clippers can win some games, then I wouldn't rush him back. He's already shown that, when he's on the court, he's very dominant. And so I wouldn't rush him back. So depending on what their schedule is, I would take it easy on him. Obviously, you want him to play some games, but, the fact that James is there. And just real quick too, BJ, before you move on, bro, this is why I think they brought James in, is because of situations like this. In years past, when Kawhi goes down, you just got PG and some guys. Now you got another guy in James Harden who can pick up the slack offensively, and is paying dividends. So I understand why they brought James Harden in. Again, my only cause for pause is just postseason basketball. But this is why you brought James in, because James is picking up the slack where Kawhi's out. So, man, I got to be honest, man. I've been impressed with the Clippers these last, 3 to 4 weeks. They've been playing some good, solid, all-around basketball. And anybody who says anything else don't know basketball, or they're just not being honest. I'm not even a Clippers fan. I don't root for them, but I can't go against what I see. And so I'm just going to leave it right there.
Okay. Yeah, man. Good sentiments, my man. I got a question for you. So who in the West do you think are some of the teams that you think could give not even the Clippers prize, but who do you think are some of the best teams in the West if you had to pick? Like two of the top 3 teams that y'all see.
For me, it's clear. It's Minnesota and Denver. I think when Denver's healthy, they execute the best in the league. Obviously, they got Joker, Jamal. They hit timely shots. So I think Denver's going to be there. I think Denver can be a 8 seed and still get to the conference finals. I think they're that good come postseason. And then I got to be honest too, BJ, bro. Minnesota's big. They defend. They're lengthy. They got a solid defense. They rebound well. They have an elite scorer. And I'm not going to say an elite scorer, but they have an above average scorer in Anthony Edwards. And then you got Mike Conley Jr., the old savvy vet who just runs typical NBA offense. You throw in Cat along with Rudy, and then you got the pieces around those guys, right? McDaniels and some other guys. They're solid, man. I didn't go to the game when it came here in SAC because Cat didn't play. But my friends told me that, Minnesota looked good up close and personal. So for me, it's Denver and it's Minnesota. And I only say Minnesota because of their defense, and they rebound well. And we know postseason basketball, you have to defend and rebound, and they do that.
Facts. Yeah, I think Minnesota's never been their makeup. They have like a good team, like as far as their roster. It's always been for me just their mentality and how smart they are. But maybe Mike Conley being an addition to the team kind of gives them a little bit of a calmness. And I think Ant-Man, since last year he played with USA, I think that might have took him up a tier where he's actually taking that challenge on defensive end. He's actually taking that challenge of being one of the best players in the league, which I already say he's going to be the best player in the next 3 years, in my opinion.
Oh, you think so? Like, you sound like the best player in the league the next couple of years? You think so?
3 to 5 years, I think he'll be the best player. Him and I mean, I gotta say SGA will be in there, but I see Ant in the playoffs, and I see his mentality. He has that old school mentality. Like, he wants it on both ends of the basketball. It's just his IQ. He's only 21 years old.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned BJ. I'm glad you mentioned his IQ because I don't think the skill set is in question. I think we both agree he's ultra talented, right? But it's his IQ, it's his shot and decision making in big time postseason games. And so for me, that's the only knock on him is he going to be able to, and that's why Mike Conley is such a big piece because he's going to get that team in their sets. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, salute to my man, Max. Appreciate that for man the deposit, man, for the cash app. Appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome, bro. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
Yeah, man. Hey, y'all go follow my boy Mr. Mass on his channel right now. Time out, Mr. Mass. Rocket fan, but also knows his basketball. Also has a lot of good cooking shit on there too.
Yeah. Oh, BJ. Real quick, bro. Guess who I was talking to last night? And he's at the country right now, but when he comes back in next month, he's gonna do a live with me. Do you know who Grant Napier is?
Grant Napier.
He's a Kings old commentator. Remember, he got fired because Cousins sent that tweet and it says, remember, he said Black Lives Matter, and then Grant said All Lives Matter, and then the Kings fired him. Remember?
Oh yeah.
So he was a Kings announcer since 1985. He's from New York, but he's been a Kings broadcaster for damn near 25 plus years, and he got fired. But back in the day, when I used to be close to the Kings, real close, I would join his show often, and so I kind of fell out of touch with him ever since that stuff happened. But we chatted a little bit last night, and he's gonna do a live with me. And let me tell you, bro, like he is a sports connoisseur. Like he knows his shit. And even though he's not around the Kings no more like that, he still is in tune. He got friends around the league and stuff. So he's gonna come on, share his story, talk about that situation, and then talk about just Kings basketball and the NBA as a whole. So just look out for that, bro. That's gonna be super cool.
Hey, y'all see what's on the screen? Time out with Mr. Mass, man. Go and check my boy out, man. And if you guys want to subscribe to his channel, you guys can see it on the screen. But let me go to my man OC Love. And also, Matt, I want to ask you this question: what do you think? You think the Suns are going to come back with a vengeance the rest of the season? Do you think that you don't have much faith in them?
If they're healthy, I think they can win the regular season games and get 5-10 games above 500 and be a top 4, 5, 6 seed. Yeah, I do. But it all contingent on health. So we'll see. They won last night. They won the day before. Bill came back last night. But they got to be some good teams though. So I'm gonna say yes, but I'm not confident in saying that. So it's all contingent on health.
Facts. Let's go to my boy OC Love. What's good, OC?
Salute, BJ. Salute, Maj.
What up, big dog?
Yeah, I'm just pulling up, man. What y'all talking about right now? Just the Clippers?
Yeah. We're talking about last night game.
Oh yeah, I thought they looked good, man. I thought Zoo had a big game. I think Zoo was big last night. I think Westbrook had a good game. I didn't like the way PG started out the game. He had a piss poor first half again, but he turned it around in the second half. He played better defense, and he got going offensively in the second half. So I appreciate that. But he got to start games better. He got to be the best player on the court more times than not. You know what I mean? Like with Kawhi out, he got to come out and be that number 2 he's supposed to be, man. You know what I mean? That's what you get paid for. You know what I mean? So I don't like him coming out just jacking up shots, not trying to get to the basket. Like you notice in the second half, they got him close to the basket. Like we always say, BJ, get him close to the basket. He can do better. You know what I mean? But he ain't been doing that. So, I mean, like we always say, that's part of that is on Ty Lue, as a coach, get him in better spots. But he still got to be more aggressive. And he don't do that all the time. But, yeah, I like the way Zubac play. I like the way Harden got us in our flow real good. And he got more aggressive at it, as the shots start to fall, he picked his poisons, he passed the ball good. I thought Westbrook passed the ball good. I think it was an overall good game, man. It's good to close the year off on a win, That's what we needed to. And I just think we need to keep building, man.
Okay. I got Quay Rich had a question. He said, let me see. I'm sorry. Joshua Smith he said, how do you feel if the Clippers trade Man and Bones for Royce O'Neal and Dorian Finney-Smith?
No.
I don't think that Royce and Dorian Finney-Smith will be able to guard smaller guards. So I don't think that we need to make that move. I'm cool with just having T-Man right now. I mean, yeah, like I said, he looked frustrated last night. That's the first time I saw him hit the chair that hard because he wasn't hitting shots. But just what he brings defensively, I think that, we'll have to just pretty much live with it for right now.
Right. And I think he'll come out of that slump. You know what I mean, they ain't looking good right now, but we don't really pay him for scoring. You know, we pay him for the defense, and he's doing his job on that end. So I think we just got to wait for him to try to break out of that slump on offense.
For sure. We got 72 people in here. Let's get these likes over 72 likes. Let's go to my boy Kirk. What's good, Kirk?
What's good, BJ? What's going on, y'all? Y'all can hear me clearly?
Yeah.
Yes. It's the
What's
best
going on,
we've
y'all?
ever heard you, man.
Look, yeah.
Usually that should be static.
What'd you say?
I said usually that should be staticky.
Oh my God. Okay, that's good. I'm on my laptop. That's why.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it
you
is
sound
better
real
than it
good.
used to be. I ain't gonna
That's
lie.
why, yeah. That's why I asked. I'm like, okay, how I sound, because I know I sound better. That's a bet. Okay. You talking about the win last night, right?
Yeah,
For the
yeah,
Clippers?
yeah.
So if we're being honest, and I think we all notice, the Clippers did beat a not depleted, but like a not a fully. Well, obviously we're not. They don't have Kawhi at Clippers, but still, the Grizzlies had what John Morant was tired, sick, and the Grizzlies they're still coming into their own. So they handled their business last night. Let me just be honest. They handled their business. They still look good offensively. Like you just said, PG. He has his moments. I think PG's he's just gonna get in those modes where he jacks up shots and just thinks that he's I don't know. PG, he can be up and down sometimes, but they did beat a kind of borderline depleted Grizzlies team. So I'm not too excited about that win. I mean, John Morant was sick, and the Grizzlies have been looking bad all year. So they did what they were supposed to do. But if we're talking about the Clippers moving up in the Western Conference, I mean, they're fourth right now, right?
Yeah.
They're definitely going to move up. I mean, I don't see them beating. To be honest with you, I'm not talking about playoffs, just regular season. I can see them passing up the Nuggets because the Nuggets, I think they're like, I don't know, they're like on a slump right now. Not a slump. They're kind of like, I don't know, they're kind of like
They was on a slump. They
yeah.
bounced back a little right now.
They're kind of like in the days right now, the Nuggets, to me. I don't know. They're kind of like in the days. I don't know if because of that championship, they're kind of like, we need like a little more competition in their life. Like they're kind of like in the days right now.
What do you
But
mean, bro? They're 8-2 in the last 10 games. What do you mean they're in the days?
I'm just saying, like, I think like they can. To me, I'm just saying, like, if you look at the Nuggets from this year to last year, they can be playing a lot better. I'm not comparing. I mean, of course, they're playing great for what they're playing. Like, but they can be. To be honest with you, they should be second seed. They shouldn't be third. I mean, but it's right there, though. I mean, it's competitive. So this is just me thinking.
I mean, they've had injuries, and for the record, since Jaw's been back, to change topics, they've been 4-0. And I mean, they didn't beat no depleted Grizzlies team last night, bro. Steven
you're talking about the Grizzlies.
No. That's why I said switch topics real quick, because because I think the Clippers did a great job last night playing basketball. I'm not going to say they beat a depleted Memphis team. Jaw's back. They've been 4-0 since he's been back. Marcus Smart played, and it was a good win last night, bro. I mean, come on, this is crazy, man. Come on. And guess what? I'm not even a Clippers fan saying this stuff.
I'm not saying it's not a good. I'm not saying it's not a good win, but I'm saying I'm not impressed by the win. That's just me. I'm just being honest with you.
Okay, I got you.
They're 4-0. Like I see what you're saying, man. It's like I'm not saying it's not a good win. I think this is great that the Clippers are still, on a run right now, and Kawhi's hip is, and it's messed up right now. So this is good for the Clippers. I'm just saying I'm not too impressed by it because obviously they're both not. I mean, but I see what you're saying though. But
I feel you, bro. You just have a high standard, and I appreciate that.
Yeah,
you hold them to a high standard. I appreciate
exactly. That's all it is. But
right.
But you're right, man. I appreciate what they're doing. But
y'all said it's fair. I think
exactly. Yeah. I'm just being honest though. But as for the Clippers moving up, they definitely can get past the Nuggets. I don't see them passing OKC because OKC is just they're on a high streak right now.
Yep, that's a fact.
And what I mean by a high streak, I'm not just saying a high streak. Right now, they know who they are, and they're young. They know who they are. They know who they know who's who. Like it's just I don't know. Like the Thunder, like they're on a come up season right now. I don't see the Clippers passing them up.
Plus,
and,
they're team that's kind of built for the regular season anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But they're like borderline, like they're getting to
all them young guns, they can run all season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. We just have the Thunder. They're tested the playoffs, but right now they're on a they're not they know what they're doing over there. Coaching, defense, bench players. They have the number one. They don't know who their number two is between Chad or what's his name, Williams, because their Chad just came in, blah blah blah. But I ain't gonna lie, they're not. I don't see them passing up the Thunder. The Timberwolves, I see them dropping.
Not to cut you off, I think Chet will eventually be their number two.
I think so too. And Williams, I like him as a number three, but obviously we have to see them in the playoffs. Like, this is great for the regular season, but we have no idea what these dudes are gonna play on the playoffs. But no, the Clippers, they're playing. I mean, as soon as Kawhi comes back, they're gonna be the best team in the NBA. That's just my opinion. I mean, as soon as Kawhi comes back, you add him into this Clippers team that's already playing good defensively and offensively. And James Harden right now, I mean, I talk so much shit about him, but let's be honest, he has one of the highest basketball IQs in the game. And he's playing defense, and he's looking like James Harden. He's looking like the James Harden I see on the Philadelphia 76ers, in which, by the way, he did have 2 40-point games in the playoffs, and Embiid did not show up. So if he shows up a little bit in the playoffs with Kawhi and PG, the Clippers are going to win a championship. So I think people need to understand that James Harden didn't quote unquote show up in the playoffs, but he did do his part. And the superstar didn't show up. So if he shows up a little bit in these playoffs with Kawhi and PG, it's not going to look pretty for the league. I promise you it's not. So as soon as Kawhi gets in this team, the Clippers are going to be the best team in the NBA. I don't even care where they stand at, BJ. It's not where they're standing at, it's how they look. I don't give a fuck if they 5th seed, 4th seed. If they get, when Kawhi comes back, they're going to be the best team in the NBA. That's just my opinion. That's just.
Y'all boys been listening to Thomas?
I'm just being honest, bro. That's
go ahead, man. I mean, what that mean? Okay.
Defensively, offensively, you add a top.
Talking this shit a month ago, BJ.
Facts. Go ahead, Thomas. He has been. So, man, hey, he's right though.
I had all the spice. Y'all didn't want to hear this shit. They're coming. Hey, what Deion Sanders say? We coming. We coming.
They definitely coming. He ain't lying about that. They here though.
Yeah, we already
here.
Here.
Kawhi's on autopilot.
I mean, Clippers playing good ball right now, Thomas. But we got to see it in the postseason. I mean, they're not here yet because being here is making a deep postseason run, get into the finals. That's what I'm going to say. They're here. Now, they're playing great ball right now. And at peak powers during the last 4 or 5 weeks, I agree. They've been the best team in basketball, and it's been clear. I'm not going to dispute that. But come on, guys. Like, this team is judged strictly in the postseason. And so to say that they're the best team in basketball, I think Denver at their peak powers and Clippers at their peak powers, I'm going to take the Denver Nuggets. That's just my opinion. So I do think the Clippers will have a chance to win a championship, but it doesn't guarantee they win. But come on, bro. Like, bro, I mean, the Clippers are going to be judged in the postseason. So, I mean, come on. That's crazy.
I'm not mad at that, Maz.
You know,
Maz,
being honest,
I have a question for you, Maz.
Of course. Go ahead, bro.
I see what you're saying, because this is a good point that you just said about the Nuggets and at their peak powers and Clippers at their peak powers. But you know what the difference is between the Nuggets and the Clippers this year?
Mm-hmm. What is that?
And this is crazy. I'm saying is that the Clippers have James Harden now. So if we're judging the Clippers off full power based off the Nuggets full power, I think the Clippers are a little bit better than the Nuggets with James Harden the way he's playing right now.
Okay, hold on, bro. But you said that as if because you didn't mention the caveat there. I agree, but the thing is this: it depends on what James Harden you get in the postseason. Because again, we can't dismiss what we've seen with James in the last few postseasons. And again, I think even if James plays at his peak powers and he plays great basketball, and then you get Denver playing at their peak powers, you have to weigh whose impact is going to be felt more. Denver with Jokic being the primary person, or is it going to be a Kawhi Leonard along with James Harden doing what they do? Bro, I'm going with Jokic, bro, because the way he impacts the game with scoring, rebounding, and passing, and this is just my opinion, and I could be wrong. Listen, I could be wrong. Kawhi and James could show up and show out and outplay him. I'm just saying this. Denver Nuggets it's something about postseason basketball where Jamal Murray, Joker, they just turn it up, bro. And we know Jamal is one of the best shot makers in the league.
Cool.
You throw in Aaron, these guys.
Clutch too. You're right.
Yeah, and clutch, bro. And they're very efficient in the fourth quarter with their offense. So that's all I'm saying here. But you're right, though. The Clippers will have a chance to win a championship if they're rolling on all cylinders. I mean, I'm not going to deny that. But I still think the Denver Nuggets is the one team at full strength. I would pick them over the Clippers at full strength. That's just me, though. And I could be wrong saying that.
I'm not upset, Maz, because guess what? I think that the Jokic and Murray combination is very deadly because they both complement each other. But what I will say about the James Harden take, you said James Harden just has to be honest with you. James Harden just has to. He has to. I'm not going to say 50%, but he has to show up at least 60%. And what I mean by that, he just has to have 1 or 2 games in each series, like an impact game. Like he doesn't have to have a crazy impact game because Kawhi and PG are going to be there. And I know PG's going to show. I know PG's going to have terrible shooting nights, but I know PG, if he does, he's going to rebound, he's going to pass, and he's going to play defense. But James Harden, he has to have at least 2 nights. At least to me, he has to have at least two borderline great nights, good nights for the Clippers to advance in the postseason. That's just me. But
I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. And again, I mean, James can't have those games where he has devastating turnovers, devastating indecisive decisions in big time crunch moments. That's what I'm talking about. Like James could be having a good game, and then in the fourth quarter, where it's time to really run good offense and be efficient, he'll have that one turnover, which just it's just devastating. You know, that bad decision, that bad pass, that nonchalant, lackadaisical defensive play. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm referring to here. So it's moments like that where James needs to be on point and have laser-like focus in those moments. So we'll see.
I see what you're saying because James Harden does have those moments, but
you got two other
superstars. Yeah, damn.
Back too, though.
What you say, bro?
I think Maz is right in principle, but you got 2 other superstars to pick up the slack too, though.
Yeah, I think Maz is saying that though because James Harden is the primary ball handler. He's the point guard. He's the point guard.
If you think that Paul George, listen, for record, guys, I'm not worried about Kawhi Leonard. I think Kawhi Leonard's going to be consistent. He's going to do what he do. So let's move him to the side. He's Kawhi Leonard. Like, we know who he is, right? But to say that he has 2 other superstars to pick up the slack, you said that as if Paul George is just consistent and he's reliable and you can rely on him. Like, where's that coming from? Like, he's not known to do some of the same things.
Okay, y'all keep saying that, but the last
what do you
time
mean?
Paul George, he was one of the best players in the playoffs.
Okay, so we're going to take one. So, okay, cool. So we're going to take one good year of him having a good stretch over years where he just wet the bed. I mean, I'm not doing that, bro.
How many years you talking about? How many years you talking
with
about?
With the Clippers. He's been inconsistent. If you add up all years he's been here in LA, he's been, for the most part, in the biggest moments in the postseason, he's been inconsistent. Okay.
You're talking about bubble year. It ain't been most years.
You said all the years in the Clippers.
No. I said most years. I said most years. He's been consistent.
That's not true.
Oh, okay.
I will just say the bubble.
Honestly,
you
can say that, but okay, cool.
I see what Maz is saying though.
You can say that, bro. Okay, proof's in the pudding.
I see what you're saying, Maz, but crazy. I think Kawhi takes the pressure off. Well, I think he takes the pressure off James, and I think Paul is just going to play his role. I don't think you're going to need to rely on Paul to like I don't know. I'm not saying like you don't need to rely on Paul at all, but I don't think you need to rely on Paul to save.
If we're talking about being the Denver Nuggets, no. I don't need Paul George to play his goddamn role. I need PG to be PG and a little bit more in the postseason. If you're playing the Denver Nuggets, that's all I'm saying, bro. Like Paul can't just be Paul George versus Denver Nuggets.
Let me go to Alex real quick. I'm gonna let y'all get back to it. Let me go to Alex real quick, and then I'm gonna go to Shine. I'm gonna let y'all get back to it. What's up, Alex?
Hey, how's it going? So I agree with what you guys said about the Clippers. You know, the first half was so, and then the second half they turned it up. I think they started with a 8-0 run in the start of the third, I think, and then from then they just I don't think they lost the lead after that. But anyways, one thing about Denver, what you guys are saying, OKC just blew them out yesterday. SGA just had 40 points. Holmgren had 24, 25. And there was no doubt in the fourth quarter who was going to win that game. So to me, that's a game where OKC can can hang their hat on and be like, you know what, this is a game-changing turning point in our season where we know we can beat these teams.
Beat them twice too.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, game winner.
So the only thing for OKC is that the Kings have beat them twice this year. So somehow the Kings have some kind of, I don't know, formula, mentality. I don't know, but
because they're quicker. They're quicker and they run schemes over there.
Possibly, yeah. So
OKC to run with them.
Yeah, we know OKC hasn't. We know OKC hasn't done it in the playoffs because they're young and blah blah. But they're putting their foot down.
For sure, for sure, bro.
So I to beat the Nuggets like that, that's like a beatdown to me. When I saw the game, I'm like, damn, dude. Like now I'm looking at the OKC Thunder in a different light now, you know, because I'm like, okay, this is what they're supposed to do. If they want to make a deep run, this is what they're supposed to be doing to the Nuggets, the T-Wolves, whoever else is in the top 5 of the Western Conference.
That's a good point, bro. I mean, they definitely can make a deep run. We just have to see what the hell they're going to look like. But I noticed for one thing that I ain't gonna lie, if SGA keep playing like this, I don't think no one can guard him in the league. So that's not good. So if they, I want to see how. Yeah, I want to see how teams are going to stack up. I want to see how teams are going to guard him in the playoffs because he has an old school type of game. He's not shoot. He's averaging 30 points on 1 3-pointer. I don't think people understand that. That means he's not shooting threes. That means he's out there getting buckets in the mid range or in the paint, and he's not just driving to the paint like LeBron. This nigga is in the post. I want to see how teams are going to guard him because I ain't gonna lie, he's cooking people.
The nigga is tricky. He can be shifty. He can be slow mo. And he can
bro. It looked nonchalant the way he was just scoring, bro. Just like
but that's what it is,
it's
bro.
crazy, bro.
It is nonchalant. It is nonchalant. He's not. He has like a nonchalant attitude about him where he just sees the game differently. He just sees it like just as the game. He doesn't. Bro, you can't speed him up.
And then personally, I would feel if SGA can turn it up like Russell Westbrook as far as motor wise in the playoffs. My God, what are we looking at? You know.
I see what you're saying. He just has to. We have to see how he's going to play, but I think he's going to be just fine. I'm not going to lie. He's shooting like 52% from the field with no 3-pointers. That's. I'm just. People need to understand that. Like he's really not shooting threes. He's out there just getting. He's has an old school game, so it's going to be tough. It's OKC's going to be interesting. I'm going to be watching OKC in the playoffs. Obviously, we have to see how they're going to play. But I think they're going to be just fine. I think it's not even about Shad. It's about Chat and Williams and how the other people's going to play because I think Shad's going to be fine.
Yeah,
let me go to Sean real quick. What's good, Sean?
What's good? What's good, panel?
What's good, Sean?
Yeah, what you got?
Salute.
All right, so let's address the Denver shit. I told everybody Denver lost people in all seasons that nobody's paying attention to. All right. The reason we will beat them easily is because if y'all ain't noticed yet, I don't even want to hear no fucking replies about shoot. We whooping ass when our 3 primary defenders is on the court. I don't care about shooting because ain't nobody care about shooting when PJ Tucker wouldn't hit shit and Giannis win the championship. Didn't nobody care about that. Didn't nobody care about Michael Porter going 0 for 500,000 in the fucking playoffs when Denver's winning the championship. Didn't nobody care about that. Haters are gonna hate. That's what they do. That's all they know how to do. Terrence Mann done proved to y'all, and SGA's one of them. Time after time after time, all these guards that was hanging 50 balls on Ty Lue's head has come to a screeching halt. I ain't worried about them. Murray gonna be in the fucking jail cell. When we play them, we ain't worried about them. We got the better thing. And here's the thing: now that we got Denver out the way, they ain't got the depth. They better go out and get somebody off that bench because there's 2 things that happens. Just because you win a championship, ask Giannis. Just because you win a championship, don't mean you nobody now. Motherfucker, you still going home every fucking year in your whole playoff career. You going to fuck home, and Giannis is still going to fuck home. So that one ring can do 2 things, right? It could prepare you to, all right, now we're a dynasty. Now we hungry, get ready 3 or 4 rings. Or it can set your ass back a little bit. You get a little arrogant, you get a little cocky. You deplenish the roster. You lose your depth. And then you get people come out here putting ass whoopers on you. Like what y'all all just mentioned, right? I ain't even worried about them. The team to worry about is OKC. That boy SGA, is a fucking dog. Me and Kirkland had this conversation about a year and a half ago, maybe a year ago. I don't think quite a year and a half.
Almost.
Nobody wanted to hear what we kept telling y'all about SGA. And so now you're seeing what it is. But I ain't worried about SGA either. Because all time, a million times, Ty Lue is the only man like Doc Rivers that can save the NBA with these bullshit lineups. All right, he did it last night. He went out, he tried out 4 guards out there. We up 20, and you got all the reckless boys out there at one time, and they start turning the ball over this 8-point game. Stupidity by Ty Lue. I give him his flowers when he has a good game, but he does stupid stuff. Terrence Mann's on the bench. Josh starting to heat up. Our reckless ball handlers are doing what they do, reckless turnovers, right? Ty Lue gets beside himself when he sees a ball go through the basket. That don't win games. That you got to play defense. Because, and here's another testament to stop worrying about damn offense. The Miami Heat didn't even have their leading scorer on the team. And they went to the NBA Finals because they played lockdown defense. They sent Boston home. Boston got the better players, the better two-way players. He is built better mentally, culturally, the head coach, tough. You don't got to have all that damn offense. What you got to do is stop people. And if Ty Lue sticks to the defense, we're going to be fine. Now, to the Harden stuff. Harden can only mess up games when he gonna have the ball. Or he don't have nobody around him to keep the defense away from him. See, when he plays ball, who's keeping the defense away from him in Houston? Chris Paul? Westbrook? Everybody knows Embiid gonna choke in the playoffs. I'm sorry, Andre, but everybody knows Embiid ain't nothing to worry about in the playoffs.
Exactly.
He been doing this shit year after year after year. So all the onus is on James Harden. Here's the kicker, though. Here's the kicker. James Harden, as good as he's playing, and I said there's a 50-50 chance he outplays Paul George in the playoffs. Some people don't want to hear that, but it's 50-50. But here's the thing. Here's the kicker, though. He's still gonna be the third option. We know Paul George had a bad playoff here or there, but we also know motherfucking PG, and I ain't no PG fan. I be dogging on this dude every day to BJ because I hold him to that Supermax contract standard where everybody else is holding him to a $100 million standard. I hold him different standard because of the contract, right? Don't ask for the Supermax and you ain't gonna give me Supermax every night. But here's the thing. You don't go to 3 Western Conference Finals as the leading player if you don't know what the hell to do in the playoffs. He knows what to do. And on top of all that, Harden is going to be drawing the third worst defender on the damn team. Because a lot of these teams, their best defenders are big men. They ain't guarding James Harden. We got Kawhi down the stretch. The ball's going to Kawhi.
Exactly.
And this is why I keep telling y'all on this Clipper channel. Y'all keep letting people come in here and say we need to worry. No, motherfuckers. We got the top players. We got the top dogs. They can't guard us. They need to worry. And I'm not worried about the playoffs because every time Kawhi gets in the playoffs, like Kurt said, if healthy, they can't guard him.
Literally,
there's no answer for him. There's no, and then your best player not only has to worry about who on his team can stop Kawhi, not only has he got to worry about that, he got to worry about on the other end how the fuck he gonna score on Kawhi.
Yeah.
When healthy, that's the key word that everybody comes on the channel keeps disrespecting what we say. When healthy, stop overlooking the when healthy, the if healthy. Stop overlook what we're saying and focusing on what you want to focus on. You want to spin the narrative. No, sir. Like Kurt said, when healthy, we are going to be the damn favorites. And they can say, well, we ain't got y'all the favorites because we don't know if you can stay healthy. Okay, well, y'all saying the same thing that we saying. We saying because if we healthy, and y'all saying because if you're not healthy. So you're not so you ain't speaking on the roster. You're speaking on if these players are going to be on the fucking court.
Exactly.
James Harden is the third option on this team. It don't matter if he outplays people in the regular season, but because you got to use your own words. When it gets to the playoffs, roles change. Big timers step up to the big time stage. And if y'all ain't never noticed yet, just stop worrying about what T-Man's fucking scoring. Motherfuckers, when our 3 best defenders on the court, we 14-4. 14-4. It don't matter if we lost with Kawhi off the court. When Ty Lue starts our best defenders on the court, that's what we do, which that the master was speaking on, Kirkland was speaking on. This motherfucking team is scary. And ain't nothing y'all can do about it. Because we're going to lock you up. If Ty Lue, see, I'm not worried about the help because in my mind, we're not going to be hurt every year. We ain't going to be hurt every year. The kicker is when we're not hurt, which I think will be this year, is Ty Lue going to revert to his stupidity and when he picks offense over defense, and it's going to get in the playoffs, people focus on your weaknesses. In the playoffs, people are going to sit right on that bench and they're going to say, I know Ty Lue is about to remove Terrence Mann and Kawhi and bring in all offense. We fixing to make our run. Let's keep the game close. We're going to make our run. We're going to get all the momentum. That's the same way Denver beat Doc Rivers in the playoffs.
Thomas, you make a good point. Thomas, you make a valid point with that Tyronn Lue because he is offensively minded. And I agree that defense wins championships. But I think here's a little caveat that I think you're missing just a little bit, okay? And everything you said, I agree with. I still think Denver's better. I don't think OKC has surpassed Denver, but I'll get to that in a second here. There's going to come a time if Terrence Mann is on the court, because now we're talking X's and O's, and I know BJ can appreciate what I'm about to say here, because this is just basketball 101. Like, teams will take away your best attributes, right, at times. And so with T-Man on the floor and his jump shot not being what it needs to be, he just went 0 for 10 a few weeks ago. That was pathetic. So teams will shrink the floor on the Clippers, send help off Terrence Mann's man, right, and go trap a Kawhi Leonard, go send a double team at James Harden. I'm not saying that they're going to do it every single play, but T-Man needs to knock down open shots to spread the court out. That's just basketball 101.
She can in the playoffs, though, bro. But keep
this is why that don't matter. This is why that don't matter.
Hold on, you guys. I didn't cut Thomas. I was quiet when you talked, bro. I said in that one word. Just real quick, and then you can go, bro. I agree. Terrence Mann's defense is valuable. He's a pit bull. Do I think he's locked down? Absolutely not. Can he deal with Jamal Murray? Stop it. That's easy work, okay? This is crazy. All I'm saying is this. There's going to be times on the court in the fourth quarter, you guys. If T-Man's on the court, he's going to have to ease up the defense and loosen them up a little bit by making shots. Now, he had one good game in Utah where he went bonkers, and Rudy Gobert was his man, and he lit him up. I give you that. Okay, cool. Whatever. I can see that. But we know that Terrence Mann this year has been struggling to make shots. And if he's going to be on the court, Thomas, he has to a certain degree, hit open shots somewhat. That's all I'm saying here. And I do value his defense, but come on, bro. Like, I mean, you can't be playing 4-on-5 on offense. You just can't do it, especially in the postseason, right? Especially versus a efficient, well-oiled machine offense like the Denver Nuggets. You have to match their offense because I don't think T-Man's defense on Jamal Murray is going to be that impactful where you can just miss his offense because the defense is so impactful. I don't think Terrence Mann can guard Jamal Murray. I don't think he can hold Jamal Murray's shoes. I think everybody on here agrees with that. And so he needs to make
me.
That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying.
This is why he don't need to. Are you done?
Oh, yeah, I'm done, bro. Yeah, I'm done.
Hey, I thought you were done a while ago. That's why I started talking. I didn't know you
good, bro.
had to go. That's my fault.
Good, go ahead.
But here's the thing. Terrence Mann will lock these guys up. And if he and here's the thing. If they get 30 points, but they go 11 for 30 trying to get it, that's a W for us. Their best player struggling versus our fifth scoring option struggling is night and day in the conversation. Because if Jamal Murray can't get his shit off, if De'Aaron Fox can't get his shit off, if these guys have to struggle, that's their team's plan A. We talking about playing motherfucking EFGH over here on our side. That's a huge difference. And this is what, like I said, this is why the Bucks won. PJ Tucker wasn't doing nothing. What he was doing was frustrating Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant still got 30. But he was frustrated. He was arguing with the refs. That shit takes a toll from the team and their focus. And here's the thing. I'm also the same guy who wants Alex Caruso. I will trade. Not many people will I trade Terrence Mann for, because we'll win the championship with Terrence Mann. We'll win the championship with Alex Caruso. But I would go get him right now before somebody else gets him. The other guy that I was talking about, I told you I was going to be gone. OG Anunoby, he's gone.
Yep.
Pascal's next. Caruso's next. Those three guys are all going to be gone. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. See, Terrence Mann been shooting 38, 40% in other years. And we can't say on how many, okay, you don't shoot the ball. He did shoot the ball. His shot will come around. And you can start to see it lean a little bit his way now. He get frustrated, but I love that. This is why you love it. A man who's shooting the ball who ain't frustrated, and who missing shots and he ain't mad about it, that dude's a dude you don't want on a team. I love a dude who's mad that he's struggling, because guess what? I've seen players do this too. But again, Jamal Murray is not going to cook Terrence Mann. It's not happening.
Okay, Thomas.
He would get some points, but he's not cooking him. As far as when I say cook, Denver can only beat us if they keep up with us. We got 5 guys that are hanging 30 and 40 ball on your head. They got 2. And Michael Porter is a liability. We got 5 guys that hang 30. We seen it last playoff. But listen.
No, you don't.
Well, you don't have to like it, but we do. It's on paper.
I saw Reggie Jackson hang 30 on the Clippers without Jamal.
Yeah, that was regular season. I'm talking about playoff games where it matters. Listen.
Oh, when it mattered, Jamal Murray.
Listen, Michael Porter is a big ass liability for Denver too. But they don't care. They don't care because he plays defense. He hustles. He rotates. They don't care. He's a huge liability. T-Man's a liability, but PJ Tucker, another liability. The Miami Heat, they have players over there not scoring the ball, but they're playing hustle defense. Every team needs that. I'm not worried about none of them teams.
So chat room. So let me add some truth to what Thomas just said. If you're going to use the Milwaukee Bucks, PJ Tucker was hitting timing threes in the corner, something that Terrence Mann has not been doing. He mentioned the Miami Heat, Gabe Vincent, Max Strus,
proven he's capable.
Another kid, we're hitting.
T-Man is hitting the same shots.
Hold on, bro. Thomas, hold on, bro.
No, you're trying to spin a narrative. You're trying to spin a narrative. That's when you're going to get interrupted, man. T-Man has a better playoff games than PJ Tucker, matter of fact.
You have to let me finish, bro. Please. This is crazy. If you look at Max Strus and Gabe Vincent versus the Boston series, those guys were hitting big time shots. And so he can say these guys weren't making shots and they were just playing defense, but that's not the truth here. And here's my last point. If anybody on this chat room or panel thinks that Jamal Murray or a Darren Fox is going to go 11 for 30, 12 for 30, 8 for 25 versus a goddamn Terrence Mann, okay, good luck. Okay, cool. Good luck. Yeah, we'll see.
Get ready for it.
Stop this nonsense, man. Listen, man, I like Terrence Mann, but hold on, Thomas. I'm not done yet, bro. I'm almost done. At the end of the day, and I think Thomas knows this, there's going to be a time in the game, in the postseason, where Terrence Mann has to make shots. If he's not making shots, he's going to be a liability on the court, and you're playing 4 against 5, and that's going to make the court smaller. It's going to shrink it, and it's going to make the defense go tag and double team and blitz other guys. Like, you need spacing in the postseason. And again, last time I checked here, the Clippers ain't got 5 dudes who can drop 30 or 40 balls. What the fuck? Thomas said when it matters the most in the postseason. Well, last time in the postseason when it mattered the most versus the Denver Nuggets, Jamal dropped 40 and Kawhi dropped like under 20 points. So what are we saying here? PG didn't drop 30 points.
That was one game. That was one game. It don't matter.
It was the game. It was the game.
No. It's called D series. There's 7 games in the series. There's 7 games in the series. We can't cherry pick one game.
That's 4 years ago.
And we
it don't matter. It don't matter what it was, bro. It don't matter what it was. It matters about champion.
Bro, why are you saying it was 4 years ago? But then Thomas just said, well, Terrence Mann was making shots a couple years ago, so he can use years.
Right. It don't matter. It don't matter.
Come on, man.
Yeah, it don't matter, Kurt. It don't matter, Kurt. What it matters is it's one game. Now we can name all the other games where Kawhi outscored Jamal Murray pretty much his entire fucking life. So we can consider all them games, or we can just worry about one game. That's all that matters.
And when it mattered the most in Game 7, we saw what happened, bro. That's all I care about.
Hey, okay, he had one bad game. That don't matter. That don't hold no weight.
No. It did matter. Hold on. It mattered because he sent the Clippers home. It did matter.
This is what okay,
bro.
It don't matter. It's one game. Denver been going home every year since then. Denver been going home every year since then. It don't matter. Denver been going home ever since. Denver been going home every year since then, man.
Yeah, bro. I don't think that's gonna happen again, bro.
You always do this. You try to come over here real humble and cool, like you saying something, and you try to spend one game there.
Hey, you guys, we just saw how Nicholas Batum last year had a horrible shooting series, and this guy he was damn near non-playable because of what? He wasn't making shots. And now Thomas is changing the narrative, changing the criteria.
No, he wasn't making shots. He was getting cooked. Batum was getting cooked last year. Yes, hell, he was. He was getting picked on. They was trying that dude.
He wasn't making shots, and he wasn't playing good defense.
So Michael Porter don't either. Michael Porter don't either. And PJ Tucker ain't hit no more shots than Terrence Mann's hit. Get the hell out of here.
No, PJ Tucker's hit more threes than Terrence Mann's hit. You lying, bro.
Let me say something real quick. He played 100 years. He played 100 years. He played 100 years. T-Man hit shots.
You're lying, bro.
T-Man hit plenty of shots. T-Man hit plenty of shots.
Let me give you an example, Thomas. So one of the reasons the Golden State Warriors lost in 2016 was because of Harrison Barnes. Why? Because he couldn't make.
He wasn't making shots in the corner. Open shots, exactly.
Yeah, it does happen. So let's not say it doesn't happen. So
no,
there is.
Why y'all lost? Why you lost? You couldn't stop the man. That's why you couldn't stop the other team. That's why you lost.
No, it was Harrison Barnes. It was Harrison Barnes, bro.
Harrison Barnes was getting fucking fried.
Hey, Alex.
Yeah,
Alex. Look, man, I hear what y'all saying, bro, but y'all act like that this team doesn't have James Harden, Paul George, or Kawhi. I'm just okay, and I'm not trying to say that because these are like the biggest stars in the NBA. I'm just three guys who hung 40 balls last playoff. I'm just saying, and guess what? Y'all talking about Terrence? Hold up. You talking? Yeah,
Norman Powell hung 42. Westbrook hung 30. 5 guys ain't 30 balls. Bruh, fuck out of here.
Y'all are tripping right now. Y'all talking about one player not making.
It don't matter. It don't matter. We got guys that can do it.
It does matter. It does matter.
It don't matter. They was hurt. They went on the court. Golden State was healthy. Y'all got to stay home.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not worried about Terrence Mann making no threes. I'm gonna be honest with you. If Norman Powell comes off the bench and doesn't have a Norman Powell impact, the Clippers can have a bad series with anybody. So I'm just saying, like, it's different players. Terrence Mann does not have to score. He cannot score in any of the series, and the Clippers can win. To be honest with you, he can have lockdown defense and average 2 points, and the Clippers are still going to beat you. It's not. He does not have.
That man been scoring. That man been scoring his whole career. We worried about a bad fucking 1 month.
Hey, Kirkland.
That's what I thought too, bro. Until Harrison Barnes started.
Hey, Kirkland. If T-Man got to go see Darren Fox.
Harrison Barnes was y'all's third option. T-Man ain't no damn option.
Thank you, sir. He's like a 5th option.
But yeah, y'all gotta explain more when y'all talking. Y'all trying to compare nonsense.
Let Mass talk.
Kirkland. When you use a phrase "lockdown defensive player," I'm gonna use Thomas's 2 players that he brought up, Darren Fox and Jamal Murray. So you think that Terrence Mann not making shots on offense and just say go lock up Jamal or Darren Fox? You think he can do that? Like, why do you think T-Man can? Hold on, bro. Why do you think that Terrence Mann has a chance in hell versus Darren Fox? Nobody does, right? Why do you think Terrence Mann has?
Because we watch it over and over every single night. That's why.
Bro. I'm talking to Kirkland.
That's your answer, Kirkland. Give that answer.
Hey, Kirkland. Why do you think that?
Ain't nobody asked me that.
Kirkland, we know that Jamal Murray come postseason, like he turns it up, right?
Yes.
I mean, we know that.
Yes.
So if he couldn't even guard Reggie Jackson, and they had to hack at DeAndre Jordan because they couldn't stop Reggie Jackson, how are they going to stop Jamal and Darren Fox?
So here's my thing, bro. Because you're making good points. I'm gonna answer your question.
Okay, hold on.
Dude, let him talk.
Hold on a minute. Nah, because you're trying to ask people who ain't got answers. I got all the fucking answers. Jamal Murray got locked the fuck up by Terrence Mann. No. Jamal Murray got locked the fuck up by Terrence Mann. This year, in the big game, got locked the fuck up by Terrence Mann. Why you ain't pick that game to talk about?
Hold up.
Go ahead, Kirkland.
Why you ain't pick up De'Aaron Fox and all these other boys getting locked up? Jamal Murray, all these guys. Why you keep worrying about one game? Why you keep worrying about one game with Terrence Mann doing it night after night after night?
No, he got it.
Go ahead, Kirk. Go ahead, Kirk. Cherry picking ass.
I'm gonna answer his question because guess what? I mean, in today's NBA, Terrence Mann, he's not going to fully lock up Jamal Murray or De'Aaron Fox. I'm be honest with you, no, he's not. They're too shifty. They're especially Jamal Murray. He's a big time shot maker. I've seen the Heat try to lock up Jamal Murray, and he was still very impactful in the fourth quarter. So no, Terrence Mann is not going to lock him up. No one's going to lock somebody up. Not a star, borderline superstar player. You're not going to lock a super. But you're with like let it shine. So what you're going to do,
Thomas said that. I didn't say that.
Okay, but I'm sorry. But what you're going to do is make his life harder. And what Terrence Mann does is fight over screens. He plays help defense. Like it's not like he's just on the court just playing one-on-one defense. And he actually does the little things, rebounds. Like he's going to make his life hard. It's not going to
I totally agree. To make it hard.
That's what we
need.
May
make it hard. He might make it hard on a couple of possessions because it's basketball. But I'm glad you said hey Kirkland, bro. Everything you just said, bro, I agree with, bro. Because you get
that's
real.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what we talking about.
And guess what? Hey, I'm gonna make
that's what the hell we talking about. That's what we talking about. 11 for 28 is not cooking. 11 for 28 is a fucking struggle.
De'Aaron Fox and Jamal Murray. That's what Thomas said.
And I want to make this one last.
Yeah. When I say lock them up, I mean they're going to struggle. And I mentioned those words, struggle. They ain't finna go no fucking 28 for 30 like they do on Reggie Jackson and Marcus Morris. Lost your damn mind. Fuck no.
Do you agree with that, Kirkland? Do you agree with that, Kirkland? You think Jamal and Darren will struggle with Terrence Mann? That's what I'm asking you.
I mean, I can see a couple games of them struggling, like shooting bad. I can see Jamal Murray going like 11 for 26 or something. I can see that. But
hell yeah, I can see it. I can see it for a game.
But let me make this point though about the Clippers. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean,
this man do this shit every single night in the NBA, and we act like it ain't happening.
But I ain't gonna lie to you.
BJ, put the fucking shit on the screen.
The last time James Harden.
Jesus Christ. Motherfucker love the North facts.
The last time James Harden was the third best player on the team, they went. Then James Harden going to the finals.
What? Read that. Kirkland, read that. Kirkland, read that. Time out. Kirkland, let me ask you a question. Can you read? Kirkland, can you read that for me real quick on the screen, please? Read that for me. Don't read the Joker line. Read the rest of it, please. Please. Listen, but we want to talk about Reggie Jackson one game.
Those stats don't mean
Kirkland, go ahead. Kirkland, go ahead and read that out loud for me.
We talking about a fucking 7
games. Read it, Kirk.
Stop it, bro. Go ahead, Kirk.
Read it, Kirk. Read all them names, Kirk.
Clarkson 6.
No, don't worry about Joker. Joker just part of the defense.
De'Aaron Fox 14 points, 5 for 16. Steph Curry 15, 5 for 7. I remember that game too. Oh god, that was not good. But then again, Kawhi was on it too a little bit. Tyrese Halliburton 8 points, 3 for 12. Luka,
down the stretch, yeah.
God damn, Luka. Well, Luka gonna get his points, but 28, 9 for 25. That's bad though.
Man, we talking about a goddamn 7-game series, and those numbers.
Come on, man.
Terrence Mann,
come on, man.
Those guys
come on, man.
Stop it, man. Stop it.
Over and over. Motherfuckers are struggling. Over and over. Struggling. Over and over. Struggling.
I don't know if y'all heard my last point. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey.
What'd you say, Kurt?
Go ahead.
I said last time James Harden was the third best player on the team, didn't they go to the finals? I'm just letting y'all know that.
That's a fact.
Not he was a rookie. I mean, not a rookie, but he was
wasn't a rookie. He was a six man. He was a six man and had the worst series of his career. He had one good half versus. I'm
just being honest, but he was the third best player on that team.
Man, come on, bro. We can't compare that version of now. Come on, man. This is crazy.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, don't compare that version. Compare the version where he going to the West Conference Finals by his damn self. Compare that.
Crazy, man.
Why can't we though? The production on offense is pretty similar to what we're gonna need from him.
That's what I'm, bro.
We got too much firepower. We got too much firepower.
I'm not comparing that, James.
We got too much firepower over here.
He was the third. Last time he was the third option, they went to the finals. I'm just saying. I think Clippers are going to go to the finals with James Harden and his team.
I think it's kind of comparable.
It is comparable because he was the third option.
Not comparable, guys. Come on, man.
He was off the bench. I'm just saying. Technically, he was the third best player on the team, and his world has gotten better. So imagine this James Harden with this team. I'm not saying that.
If you want to compare those two situations, then go ahead. I mean, I don't agree with it, but okay, that's cool.
I understand where y'all
mean,
coming from. That like not really too much context, but I'm just saying like he was. I mean, technically he was.
Hey, the man won 2 playoff games by his damn self. So if we win 2 games for us, we got the other 2 in the bag. That's 4 wins. We on to the next round.
He's got to win 1 game in every series. James Harden does not have to win 2 games. To be honest with you, he just has to win 1.
He ain't got to win. He ain't got to win nothing. We got the best fucking player in the league. He ain't got to win shit. What you got to do is stop number fucking 2.
Hey, Kirkland,
That's what they got to do, Kirk.
If the Nuggets played the Clippers, the Nuggets would have the best player in the series, which is Joker. Period. Hands down. Period.
I don't know about that.
Cap.
Period.
Cap.
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 He's the best
Cap.
He's the best player on paper.
Cap.
Man, listen, Joker will be
Kawhi's the best player in the NBA, and they know what it is. They know that.
He'll be the best player on the floor, hands down. Period. So
wait, hold on. Are we talking about playoff Kawhi?
It's nonsense,
like
man.
Cap.
Playoff Kawhi.
Cap.
Hey, Kirkland. Hey, Kirkland. Isn't Joker come off a series where he led the postseason in points, rebounds, and assists? Just say yes or no. Yes. You said yes.
Yes.
Has Kawhi ever done that before?
No.
Okay. All right, sure.
But he does have the he does have the most wins.
Kawhi's locked up a bunch of stars. Kirkland, has Joker ever locked up anybody? Yes or no?
Did Kawhi lock up Jamal Murray?
You shut the fuck up, man. Shut up, man. Shut up, man. You asking me questions, ask me questions.
You shut up.
Shut your ass up.
Kirkland.
Stop hating. Stop hating. Kirkland, who locked up? Who locked up stars, Kirkland?
Did Kawhi lock up Jamal Murray in Game 7? Since he brought locking somebody up.
He was already hot.
That don't matter. That don't matter. That don't matter. We done seen too many. We done locked up too damn many people. He's not the motherfucker locking up everybody. We done seen it many times.
You got to stop getting caught up in these hypocritical moments, man. You always show your hypocrisy. That's why
you got caught up in your hate moments up here. Bring your hate on up in here. Bring your hating up in here. Miles ain't cooking nothing. You talking about Reggie Jackson? Hey, we got the shit on the screen. We got the shit on the screen. All you got is some talk. All you got some narratives.
If y'all could stop,
we stopped everybody up. We stopped everybody up. We stopped everybody up. We stopped everybody up. It's on. We already put it on the screen. We stopped everybody up.
Y'all been real fluent offensively.
I'm gonna let Herm cook now.
We stopped everybody up. We stopped everybody. We stopped everybody up.
Like that Steph Curry. It was a great.
We don't put it on the screen. We don't put it on the screen. We stopped everybody up.
On Steph Curry. Steph Curry would miss the shots.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. No, he wouldn't. He would get contested.
That's cap.
He would get contested and he would ducking off the screen. That ain't cap. That ain't cap. You hate.
Steph Curry had an off shooting night.
Steph Curry was looking over his shoulder.
He had a strength.
He looking over his shoulder like it was Halloween, huh?
Thomas, that's cap. He had a strength.
He looking over his shoulder like it was Halloween. Scared of that man.
Along that same week that he was off, he had bad shooting nights. It wasn't because y'all motherfuckers could stop.
That we don't give a damn about that. We worried about what we do. And he ain't gonna make nothing in the playoffs. We on that ass.
It's not like Terrence Mann is a great defender. He's cool, but he's not a great defender.
He's a great defender.
Great defender.
We don't put it on the screen.
Great defenders.
Put it back on the screen, BJ.
Great defenders is like guys like Tony Allen. Terrence Mann is not on the same tier as those type of guys.
Not yet. But he's doing it. He's doing it night after night.
He's old.
He's doing it night after night.
He's late 20s.
Yeah,
he's in his late 20s.
That ain't old. That's in his prime. He's just hitting his prime.
He ain't hit no prime because he ain't got no damn.
He just hitting the prime. He just hitting the prime. Don't be mad. Herm, don't be mad. We hit at the top. Don't be mad, dog.
He's not good. He's not good enough to say he's
locking him up. Locked up. Won't let me out.
Name a motherfucker he ever
locking him up.
For real.
Lock him up. Put it on the screen, BJ. We already put it on the screen, motherfucker. Stop. No, you been in here. You been in here. Learn how to read English. Go to the screen.
Locked up, nigga.
Go to the screen. Go to the screen. Go to the screen, coward. Go to the screen, coward.
Locked up nobody, man.
Go to the screen. He locking everybody up. Are you mad?
That's a damn lie.
Big man. Big man. Don't get mad, Herm.
He ain't holding no damn Nikola Jokic, man. Take Nikola.
Yes, he held everybody but Joker. Joker was a part of the screenshot, dummy. He was part of talking about the Clippers defense.
He ain't hold Steph. All right. If that the case, Thomas, how Kawhi Leonard gets credit for slowing down Steph Curry? And y'all,
because he guarded him in the fourth quarter. Because he guarded him in the fourth quarter. But guess what? There's 4 quarters to a game. 4 quarters, dog.
Yeah, nigga. You
4 quarters, dog.
You capping.
4 quarters, dog. Hey, he shot the ball in 3 quarters. How he missed some shots in 3 quarters when Kawhi wasn't on it? How he missed?
Easy look. Shooters miss shots, nigga. You
Oh,
act like
okay, okay,
you act like
okay.
you act like when it comes to
Hey, just say I told you so.
This
Just
how I
say
know you
just
don't
say
know
I'm the big dog.
basketball.
Just
This
say
how I
I'm the
know
big
you.
dog, and I told you what was coming. Just say that. That's
This
all
how
you
I
got to
know.
say.
This how I know you don't know
That's all
basketball,
you got to
bro.
say.
When it comes to
Everybody
all-time
here
great,
know I know more basketball than
hold
you.
on, Thomas. When it comes down to all-time great players, bro, it's no shutting them down. It's no shutdown Steph Curry. It's no
We all know
shutdown
that, though.
LeBron.
You can
It's no
struggle.
shutdown
If they
Kawhi Leonard.
struggle, we did our job.
Now hold on, Thomas. I'm
If you
not
yes,
done.
you do.
I'm not
If you
done.
struggle,
Hold on,
you do
Thomas.
your job.
I'm not done,
That's
Thomas.
he
I'm not
posted.
done, Thomas. So all right, I'm gonna go and keep it simple. I ain't gonna go down the list of names. I'm gonna keep it simple with you. When Kawhi Leonard has off games, do you consider that Kawhi Leonard gets shut down?
Yeah, I can tell you two guys that give Kawhi trouble.
No,
Jeremy Grant.
I
Yeah,
asked you a
I'm
question.
finna get to you. I'm finna get to you. Jeremy Grant gave him a little trouble, and OG Anunoby gave him trouble.
Jeremy
OG
Grant does
Anunoby
not
gave him
have
trouble.
lockdown defense. He does
Jeremy
not
Grant
have
was a good
lockdown
defender for the
defense.
Denver. That was who was guarding
He
Kawhi
does not
in the
have
playoffs.
lockdown defense.
Mm.
Kawhi
That's
was
cap.
still getting 30. Kawhi
That's
still got
cap.
36 on his
So
head, but it was a hard 36.
you running around the question though. When Kawhi
No,
Leonard, because he had
I answered your question.
hold
Yes, he
on,
had.
Tom.
Yeah, he had games
So,
to the good
no,
defense on him. Yeah,
but you ain't
same
let
way
me finish
LeBron
the
James got
question.
his ass
You
locked
ain't
up
you, you
before
ain't
too.
you ain't you ain't you ain't let me finish the question. You ain't let me finish what I was about to
You
ask you.
did finish the question. You did finish the question. You
No, I
trying to change the
didn't.
question? I gave you an answer. You didn't.
No,
You
I
didn't know what was
didn't.
coming.
No,
Yeah,
I
you did.
didn't. Thomas. So I basically asked you this year. I'm gonna talk about this year. So when Kawhi Leonard has off games this year, was it because he got locked up?
There's been good defenders on Kawhi every game.
Man, boy.
Every game.
You willing to go with your
Good,
narrative so bad?
good,
You want to act like
good
Kawhi Leonard
defense
got
will make
locked
you
up?
struggle. Good defense will make you struggle.
Kawhi Leonard was missing
Yes, it will.
easy shots because
Yes,
he
it
was
will.
missing easy shots.
I ain't gonna lie, Thomas. You know he telling the truth right there. I ain't gonna lie. You my boy, but come
Nah,
on.
Jeremy Grant and OG Anunoby makes them work for their shots. That's what good defenders do.
Kawhi can get any bucket he want though. We
Yeah,
all
but
know.
Kawhi got a 7-foot fucking 7.5 wingspan. We talking about
Boy,
people who don't.
you a capping
Good,
motherfucker, boy.
stop disrespecting good defense. Because guess what? You're
It
gonna see
was
it all
not
playoff
any
series
good
long.
defense for Kawhi Leonard beginning of the season when his ass was off and could buy a goddamn bucket. He was missing looks he normally make, motherfucker.
That
It
don't
wasn't
matter.
because of no
That don't
damn
matter.
defense.
That don't matter. Worry about
So
what Terrence
every
Mann
time,
been doing to all these point guards.
Basically what you
Worry about
saying.
what Terrence Mann been doing to all these
Now
point guards.
hold on. So basically what you
Worry about
saying
what
with
Terrence Mann.
now,
Worry about what Terrence Mann doing.
Thomas. Basically what you saying when any player in the league has an off shooting night, you basically saying they got locked up. That what you trying to tell me?
They can have good defense put on them, yes.
Thomas,
Hell
come on,
yeah.
bro. Thomas is funny as
Hell
hell.
yeah.
So Michael Jordan,
So
been locked. So when Michael Jordan had them 9 for 30 games, Michael Jordan
yeah,
got locked up.
Gary Payton affected Michael Jordan a couple games. Yeah, duh.
So
Thomas is
Michael
funny.
Jordan
That's
been
what
clamped up before.
Come on, Thomas.
every star player been clamped up before. What you talking about?
Come on, Thomas.
Hey, Kobe
What
Bryant.
you
I ain't gonna
talking
lie.
about?
Kobe Bryant got locked
What you
up
talking about?
by Tony Allen in
What
the
you talking
finals.
about?
He got his
Kawhi
ass
Leonard
locked
like
up.
LeBron. He's a great player.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
LeBron,
Tayshaun Prince.
the
Tayshaun
Hold on,
fuck?
Prince.
y'all.
That's a
Hold on,
dumbass question.
You gotta
hold on,
tell him he
hold on,
capping, man.
hold on,
You
hold
heard what
on,
I said?
hold on,
That's a
Bryant got locked
dumbass
up
question. That's a
hold
dumbass
on.
question.
I've
Hold on,
seen Kobe
BJ.
Bryant
Hold
get
on.
locked up.
Let me get
At like defense. So they just
hold on. Let me go to Kobe real quick. Go ahead, Kobe. 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 All right. I don't know
Well,
what's wrong with it.
BJ, I'm gonna ask you a question till Kobe comes back in. BJ, when it comes to, in your opinion, when it comes to the best players of the game, can anybody lock those type of players up that's in the NBA?
Not anybody. You're gonna score if you're on offense. If you're a great offensive player, you're gonna get your baskets. Just
That's what
about
I'm trying.
how
That's what I'm trying to tell Thomas.
many shots you gonna get is the question.
seen scores struggle because of good defense. You ain't watching the game
No,
if that's what you say.
all right. So BJ,
You
I'm
ain't
gonna ask you.
watching the game.
No, better yet, I'm gonna ask BJ. When Kawhi Leonard was struggling, when he just struggling beginning of the season, was it because of great defense, or was it because he just was missing looks he normally make?
I think it was just more so him. It was more him more than the defense.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell Thomas.
Exactly.
Bro.
And there ain't but one Kawhi Leonard in the fucking league.
Herm, we all know this. Even Thomas is trolling you, bro.
Herm. So you trying to tell me that Andre Iguodala and Kawhi Leonard did not make LeBron James struggle? One of the all-time greatest players. You trying to say they matter? You're a fucking lie. You're a lie. You're a lie. You're a lie. Why did he struggle then? Why did he struggle then? When Kawhi kept in the game, why is he called on camera saying fuck? You know why? Because it makes him work. It makes him struggle.
Because I say fuck. Because I see somebody coming in doesn't mean that a nigga locking me up. When it comes to guys
okay. Typically, if LeBron. Okay, so LeBron choked all these. So LeBron choked all them playoff series versus Iguodala and Kawhi for no reason. He just choked, huh? Okay. So demote it. So put him back in the top 20. He don't deserve to be in the top 5. Then you want to do that? He just missing shots.
Really
he missing shots because he choked.
LeBron James, especially with these attacking.
That's cap. That's cap. Kawhi stops that motherfucker every time. That's cap.
No, he actually didn't. Because if you want to go back to them series,
that's cap.
You can.
That's
you
cap.
Not lock up LeBron James.
That's cap. That's cap.
He didn't.
So all of a sudden, all these all great NBA all defensive teams, they don't matter. So there ain't no defense in the whole league.
Kevin Durant shot over 50% in that 2014 series. Kevin Durant shot over 50% from the field when OKC played the Spurs, but niggas say Kawhi Leonard can lock up Kevin Durant as well. There's no locking up.
He locked him up last year. He locked him up last year.
You rarely see it. Like I said, I only see it a few number of times. I seen Tony Allen lock up Kevin Durant and lock up Kobe Bryant before.
We seen that shit happen plenty of time. We seen that shit. I seen Jason Tatum lock up Kevin Durant. Stop capping. Yes, he did. That motherfucker had that dude struggling. Struggling is struggling. Stop discrediting defense. Stop discrediting defense.
You talk about your boy KD. I'm not discrediting defense.
Wait, hold on.
Stop discrediting the fucking defense, man. Act like motherfuckers don't play defense. So let's just take all defenders off the court then. Sound retarded as hell.
It's the difference between playing good defense and locking up somebody. Them niggas was not locking up Kevin Durant. They had a good defensive game plan, and it made Kevin Durant work. He was getting a double team. And they was coming at.
That's part of it. That's part of it. That's part of it.
No, but that's not.
That's part of it.
That's not a single player locking up a motherfucker. That's a team effort.
That don't matter. The motherfucker struggle because of good defense. Point blank period.
Hey, bro. Hey, LeBron James in the regular season took 18 shots in 2015. In the playoffs, he took 27 to get his points.
I mean, he kind of had to. You got to understand.
That's what the point we're trying to say.
Dwayne Wade
struggled.
Dwayne Wade was on one leg, basically. He
struggled.
He was a decoy.
Don't make excuses, Herm.
No, it's not making. It's not.
BJ, put the percentage up there. BJ, put the percentages up there between you. I sent you the other day. Put the percentage up there.
But y'all claim he got locked up. Y'all are out trying.
You a fucking lie. You trying to act like defenders don't matter. You trying to act like defenders don't lie. You sound stupid as hell. Sound stupid as hell.
What the hell y'all talking about?
Defense matters. Defense matters.
You can't lock up no nigga that averages 30-point triple-double, man. If a nigga averages
you can make them struggle. You can make them struggle. Yes, you can. You can make them struggle. If they struggling, they struggling. Point blank period.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, Kobe Jordan, man. What's your thoughts on this type of shit, man?
Damn, my fucking mic fucked up. All right, hold on. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you good now.
Yeah, you're
okay, cool.
What's your thoughts on this shit, Kobe Jordan?
I'm gonna stick to the topic on the game, but as far as the Clippers, bro, BJ, I watched that game, man, from beginning to end, and it's crazy because I heard Mass in here a little bit ago. I actually agree with Mass, bro. I gotta agree with Mass on this because.
What up, Kobe Jordan? What up, big dog?
What up, Mass, man? How you been, man? Happy holidays, so
I'm good, bro. Same to you, man.
Appreciate that. I just was thinking, man, because when I'm watching the team, the talent-wise, everything looks great, right? But then, and by the way, between Paul George, James Harden, and Westbrook, I think them dudes had 13 turnovers. But it was the timing of those turnovers, BJ. And I'm paying attention. I'm like, They're gonna win this game because just Grizzlies, they're not hitting shots. They're not a really high IQ team. Like they're missing easy shots, stuff like that. So I knew we was gonna win the game. But how many times we gave them opportunities to get back in the game? That's what concerns me. Because in these games against these elite teams, they're gonna run away with those leads, BJ. They're gonna run away with those opportunities on those turnovers. I think they had like 19 points off of our turnovers in that second half. So I'm paying attention. I'm like, okay, Paul George is one for whatever. Westbrook is coming in with energy. James Harden is getting everybody engaged. But it's those turnovers, BJ. That's something that we got to fix immediately. And then again, I mentioned to you the timing of these turnovers. Every time they would, Ja Morant and them guys would get going, it was based off of our turnovers. So it's just the timing of it. Like we had 15-point leads, they cut it down to 4. We had a 20-point lead, they cut it down to 4. So this is something that I'm consistently seeing. I don't have any stats for y'all, so bear with me. I'm just watching the game with my eyes, and I'm seeing this live. And I'm like, okay, you know what? They're gonna hit shots eventually, but stuff like that, they gotta clean up. And that lets me know, again, I don't know if there's not a lot of practice time or if they're not like getting they don't have an idea of what sets they're trying to run consistently, but that's something that's an issue for me. And then the other issue that I had is he mentioned something, bro, that hit home with me about Paul George. The difference of Paul George being who we know and then him struggling is like night and day. So if he has a great game, we could literally win a championship tomorrow, right? Like that's how great he is. If he struggles, bro, we could be a first-round exit. I'm just letting you know that's how important Paul.
I think that's
Listen to me, bro. Listen to me, because Paul George, what he does for us offensively, when he's not engaged in the game, he struggles, bro. I'm just letting you know it's mental. So I'm gonna be hard on Paul George today. Y'all can give me backlash if y'all want, but when Paul George is missing shots, look like last night, for example, right? He was missing shots. But he had like 3 fouls in his first half. Like he's not engaged, bro. He got fouled out, right? That last foul was an intentional foul, bro.
Okay.
If you watch him, he intentionally fouled Vincent Williams. We had 2 minutes to go. Now again, we still won the game. Give credit.
That was actually a good foul.
It wasn't a
I
good
give him
foul.
credit for that.
Because they were only down like 9 points in that game.
Now he knew he was beat off the dribble. He wasn't giving no momentum. I'm hard on Paul George too. I'm hard on Paul George too. But that last foul was a good foul. He was beat on that play and they was about to get momentum.
The 20 rebounds.
He knew what he was doing. I give him credit for that.
Here's the thing, Zubac.
The rebound advantage killed us though.
Yeah, we killed them on the boards. Zubac literally, he gets the game ball. I give you credit for it. I'm just picking a point, the bad shit that we could get better at. We could talk about the good stuff all day, but we gotta pay attention to these timing of these turnovers. And then when Paul George struggles, bro, do you see how bad? Like we just look horrible when he's.
Here we go, disrespect the playoff Kawhi again.
So and again, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
My bad. No. I want you to keep going. I just want to say something to you about Paul George after you're done.
So my last thing is this, right? I understand what Mass is saying. In order to beat Denver, Paul George cannot be average or mediocre. He can't just be on the court. He has to literally be. This is what he needs to be out there averaging somewhere between
27
to 24 points a game.
No, he does not.
But let me explain why, bro. Here's why I'm gonna tell you why. Because against them, they have the size advantage, right? They're a bigger team. Their offense, their pick and roll is so lethal that it's almost like brushing their teeth. It's
not no more.
Give me a second. I know what I'm talking about. When I watch their pick and roll, they have a million sets out of that pick and roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, outside of that pick and roll, they're not relying on Jamal Murray. Listen, they're not relying on Jamal Murray's ISO in order to win them games. They have Jokic that he can also use in pick and roll. They're using Michael Porter more this year in that off that pick and roll. So again, with us, it's really just Kawhi who's gonna dominate. He's gonna get his 34 in the playoffs, whatever he's gonna average. But if Paul George struggles, let's say Paul George is giving you a horrible series, what are we gonna rely on? Just Kawhi's ISO? That's it? Because we don't have any plays. What's our offense? That's what I'm saying. If Kawhi's giving me 34 and Paul George is struggling, are we then just relying on James Harden's step back and then our bench unit to then? That's what I'm saying. Like, we have to have a set. Are we running high pick and rolls? Are we running Spanish? We don't have. Listen, this year I haven't seen Spanish pick and rolls. We did a lot last year. I've seen a lot of curl and pin downs for Paul George. that looks effective, but if he's not effective, it won't work. So I'm just saying, help me understand. We got to get more offensively engaged. I'm gonna leave it at that for right now. But good win.
I got you, Kobe, because I see what you're saying about Paul, and I'm not upset because I think he does have to be better. But this is my thing with Paul, because I know he's gonna struggle. The number one thing for Paul, he has to stay aggressive, and that's my thing for Paul. I don't care about how many points he scores, but I know when Paul struggles, I know that I need you to rebound. I need you to play. I need you to go to the hole a little more. I need you to play make. I've seen Paul struggle before. Even with Kawhi, I know Kawhi, I'm not saying he's going to be the same 2021 Kawhi, but I've seen Paul George struggle with Kawhi on the court, but he was aggressive. If Paul George is aggressive struggling, then I think the Clippers will be fine. He does not have to average whatever Herm just said. He's tripping. He said 28 or something.
Yeah, that's
he doesn't have to average 28. Paul George can average
22.
Exactly. I like you, Kobe. Exactly. Smart. He has to average 22.
Y'all are tripping. Kawhi Leonard can't do it. Kawhi Leonard can't do it by himself, y'all.
Bro, that's not what we're saying, bro.
Yeah,
but he does not have to average.
Paul George got to be a legit threat in that series.
He has to be
legit.
Paul George will average 23, 24 against Denver. Ain't nobody worried about that.
The combination of Paul George and Kawhi got to be better than the combination of Jokic and Murray. And him averaging 23 that's not going to be better than what Jokic and Murray are going to be doing.
Here's what I'm saying, though.
Well, that's bullshit. Because Jamal Murray ain't averaging no 25 versus. It ain't happening. And my fact,
he did before.
Because Terrence made the fucking Harden went on the court.
Terrence, man.
Okay, but BJ, really quick.
Hey, don't be mad. He locked the motherfuckers up. Put it on the screen, make it mad, BJ. Put it on the screen. Don't be mad,
One more thing, Thomas. When I mention Paul George, again, you're not listening correctly. I'm not mentioning his scoring. When he's not having a good
I ain't worried about none of that.
He's not engaged. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro.
In the playoffs, he's averaging 23, 24. Y'all can be mad. It's guaranteed.
Okay.
It's guaranteed.
I see what you're saying, Kobe.
Offensively, I'm just talking about in the game. Is he engaged? His mental, bro. That's why
this man. Y'all know this man is going to play hard in the playoffs. Y'all know that.
Okay.
I'm not worried about that. Yeah, if y'all got to want to grab about something, grab about the regular season. I would actually agree with you.
Hey, you know what's crazy? I don't even have any questions about Harden or Westbrook at this point because I know in order for us to beat them top teams, what really has to happen. It doesn't. To me, it comes down to Paul George and Kawhi really being the best players. To me, ultimately, that's what it comes down to, bro. I'm going to just be honest with you.
Well, Kobe,
the turnovers, I agree to that. But those guys, offensively and defensively, they're our best offensive and defensive player. So if one of those guys is missing, right, that literally puts a huge hole in our system.
Hey, Kobe.
What if one of Denver's guys are missing?
Oh shit! Like who, Michael?
Because I know one is gonna be missing. Actually, I know two.
We gotta look at it. We gotta look at both. We gotta look at both.
So when I'm
we gotta look at hold on.
Okay,
we gotta look at both ways. We gotta look at both
ways.
I
can't focus on that though. I just need to worry about the Clippers.
That's
the
what
Clippers.
I'm saying. I'm only focused on
just focus on the Clippers.
Okay,
you just focus on the Clippers.
Because we might not even face Denver.
But we have to look at everything on the table. See,
it shouldn't matter about the other teams though. Y'all got to focus on y'all.
That's it.
They're gonna be on the court. Hold on. They are
exactly.
They are.
They got to worry about us.
They got to worry about us.
No, they don't. Y'all have an
fuck. They don't. We got the best player. No, you don't want them to earn that right. We ain't worried about two things, Aaron. What we know.
Hold on, y'all. I gotta say this out. I'm gonna mute y'all, but I gotta say this. In basketball, it's both sides. It's two teams on the court. So when you say you're just worried about us, we've already talked about us. I already went through the whole soliloquy. I said Paul George needs to catch the ball closer to the basket. When he did that in the second half, he got efficient. There's an answer to every question that y'all have. The question that y'all saying, well, what's PG gonna do? I've already seen enough of PG. We were talking about this before the season. We said it's possible he's gonna be the guy leading the team in scoring. And right now, I think he is leading the team in scoring. I think, if I'm not mistaken, 23 or 24 points per game. I've already seen him in the playoffs recently. I know what PG's going to do in the playoffs. And if you're going to say, well, let's question him, we have to question the other side on Jamal Murray and Jokic. When I see this team, what the Clippers have right now with Terrence Mann starting, Jamal Murray is not finna go and have 30, 35, 40 pieces. That shit is not going to happen. It's going to be a long night for him to get his buckets and his points. That pick and roll with Jokic and Murray, we got answers for that as well. We got more guys on the defensive end who can actually move laterally. And that addition with Amir Coffey is actually another defender we have on the court that y'all ain't even mentioned.
Deadly.
Y'all haven't mentioned Amir Coffey not one time.
Facts.
Y'all focusing on just very, very simple things. We got answers for that. And also, the biggest question for us is James Harden. What he adds is another dynamic on the offensive end that I don't think Denver has an answer. Who's going to be able to stop him? Who is going to be able to do anything with James Harden? You can't guard.
No, but BJ, who always got a James Harden way? James Harden.
No.
So mentally, you
I don't
can't.
think Harden.
You can't be fully vested in the James Harden.
I've already said this. When Harden in the playoffs again, this narrative that Harden just shrinks in the playoffs. There's 2 instances I remember Harden shrinking in.
Yeah, we've already agreed to that, BJ.
Mavs were front row though.
I think this Harden right now with this team is going to be fine in the playoffs.
Agreed.
I can't trust it. I don't know because he had I'm gonna say this since we go do the tail of the tape a whole James Harden career. It's not like he have a bad overall numbers in the playoffs, but when it comes to big moments, like when it comes down to a crucial game 6 or 7
he's a third
but what I'm
option
saying,
now,
what I'm saying,
third option.
nah, but he was there. He was the second option in a lot of those moments. Second or third option in a lot of those moments.
No, he was not, Herm. That's a lie.
Yes, he was. OKC. He was the third option, and he had terrible moments. He had terrible moments.
So Herm, what's your point, Herm?
You're gonna mention
that's a whole different player. That's a whole different player. That don't matter. That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant.
What I'm saying though, y'all, if it comes down to a game 6 or game 7, you don't know what James Harden is going to give you.
And it don't matter. And it don't matter. And it don't matter.
It do matter.
Because we got the best player on the court.
Whether you know it or not, we see other guys that had to step up, like J.R. Smith. If he didn't hit those big threes against Golden State, they would not have had a chance to win that game 7 at Golden State. But guess what?
We got more shooters than James Harden.
But J.R. Smith went on that run in that third quarter, hit 4 straight threes that led the charge of their comeback.
We seen Harden do that plenty of times.
He won game 7 because of J.R. Smith. He wasn't the best player, but he had big moments.
We seen Harden do that. We seen Harden do way better than that.
Trust Harden when it comes.
Okay, so really quick,
we seen Harden do way better than that.
Really quick, BJ, I agree with. Go ahead. I was just gonna say I agree with you. I understand your sentiment on they have to have everything. Right, we've already established.
Everybody's got to have everything, man. Michael Porter's gonna go over 10 5 games, so we ain't worried about that.
Hold on. I got you.
Stop entertaining that dumb shit, Kobe. Y'all letting them spin narratives. Y'all entertaining. That's how they get away with shit.
Narrative, bro. I just told you.
It is a fucking narrative. Michael Porter would break up the whole fucking universe. The fuck?
Thomas, can you give me a second, bro? Just relax. Just give me a second, bro.
Fight fire with fire. Stop fighting with water.
Bro, listen. I'm not focused on Denver because again, I'm not even talking about us matching. If I'm talking about the
we finna beat the brakes off them.
Thomas, give me a second, bro. We are not focused on Denver at this very moment, bro. Right? So what I'm saying is this. I'm talking about us, focusing on us. We keep saying, oh, well, Jamal Murray has to. Bro, we might not even first face them in the first or second round. So why are we focused on that? I get it because they're the champions, so we should be projected to play them if we do get to the Western Conference Finals. I get it. But what I'm saying is that our game, in order for us to get there, we have to play elite basketball, bro. Right? Paul George, the reason why I harp on him so much, because, bro, he's literally, if you want to be honest, bro, this nigga is probably one of the most skilled players in the league, bro. He can do just about anything. He could guard pretty much any position. So it's just like when I watch him struggle and I see the type of shots he takes, when I see the type of fouls he takes, when I see how he turns the ball over, I'm not just saying this dude can't play. I'm saying in big moments, right? For me, it's not even about his game. It's a mental thing for me. I know what he's capable of, but what I'm saying is that if he's out the game mentally, right, which I've seen him in previous years, now you could pull up 2021 and say, okay, without Kawhi, I get it. I'm talking about this year. I know Paul George. I've watched his game. I watch every single game with him. My thing is, it's the intentional stuff, bro. He's on the court, the arguing with the ref. That's in his control. Why is he last night? He's arguing with the ref. Why? Again, we're up by 14. So these are things that you actually can have control over in games. It's not like he's just out there. Listen, he's arguing with the refs. He's not getting back on I get it. He's 1 for 10. I get it. Those not so nice like that will happen. But the intentional fouls, the turnovers, it's just, to me, it's the mental thing. We got the win, but the amount of times that we had to lead, BJ, we had 15, 20-point leads twice in this game. And of those times that they got back in the game were, again, 19 points off of our turnovers, bro. So again, I don't want to harp on this. I'm just trying to project that if we play like this against these top teams, BJ, we're not going to win. That's all I'm saying. If PG plays like this in these big games, which I've seen him do, we can't consistently think we're just going to get bailed out by Kawhi. We can't keep thinking that we're just going to get bailed out because, again, there's other players on those other teams that will come at our neck, bro. If KCP is going, that's all I'm saying. Fair. Like, we have to actually project it and say Kawhi Leonard's 34, it looks good. But if Paul George is 2 for 12 and he's out there with 4 turnovers in his first half, then it just, to me, it depletes the whole purpose.
I see what Kobe's saying, but I got to rebuttal for that.
He has to play elite basketball. That's all I'm saying.
Go ahead, BJ.
Well, guess who else got to play elite basketball? Better be Jamal Murray, and guess what? It ain't gonna happen.
I mean, you can't. I mean, he's proven that he will step up in big moments. Though.
He proved it. He proved it against some people. He proved it against some people, but he ain't gonna do it against this team.
Paul George.
Let me ask a question.
Hold on, let me ask a question. I'm here, please.
Ask a question to the panel, please. So I'm just gonna ask the question. So who on the panel trusts Paul George in the playoffs and who doesn't?
I do.
I don't trust.
I do.
He never given a reason why.
Okay, that's fine.
I think there's some credence.
Go ahead, OC.
I think there's some credence to what Kobe George just said, and I agree with his principle. We got to work on that. He can't be turning the ball over and shit. But yeah, I trust him.
Okay.
You want to know my reason why, BJ?
Okay, I'm gonna give you my reason last, but go ahead.
Go ahead, Kurt.
Yeah, I do trust Paul George. I trust Paul George to be himself. Like I said, and like Kobe Jordan said it too. Like he has, as long as Paul George is locked in, I don't care what he's doing offensively. Actually, I do. Obviously, I do. I don't care if he's efficient. That's what I meant to say. Paul George is not an efficient player, really. Like, he's not an efficient player, but he will. But I can trust Paul George to be aggressive, to rebound, to play defense, and to play make when needs to be. So as long and people have to understand, Kawhi takes the pressure off both those players. I'm just saying. Right. Okay, I think he just has to be aggressive. I trust Paul George. I'm not.
So here's my.
Let me ask Sean. Go
okay, go ahead.
About you? Do you trust him?
All right, listen to this, man. It's not about. Listen, trust somebody. You want to. I trust Paul George by himself before I trust Joker by himself. Joker goes to fuck home in the first round by himself. Murray will go home in the first round by himself. Paul George will not go home in the first round by himself. We seen it just 2 years ago. He didn't play last year, so last year don't matter. So yeah, you can't go. See, here's the thing: you can't go back to what James Harden doing. Okay, fucking see, because he's played in Houston, been to Western Conference Finals since then, right? You can't play this stupid ass narrative game these people want to play. Paul George is more trustworthy by himself, not with Jamal Murray on the court, but with Joker by himself, and Paul George is by himself. Paul George is more trustworthy. He proved it. He went further. He advanced. Mm-hmm. Denver and Joker went home every fucking year they played without Jamal Murray early. Super early. Them bitches suck without Jamal Murray. So you know what? If Jamal Murray gets held up and has to struggle versus our good defense, Joker's by himself. We got 5 guys that scored 30. They only got 2. So why the hell am I even entertaining that? That's a dumbass question. Paul George is more trustworthy. He just proved it 2 years ago. He got hurt last year, so you can't talk about last year. What you're talking about is what's on the fucking court. By himself, he advanced in the playoffs. Joker by himself, got humiliated and sent the fuck home. Period. The fuck is we talking about, man?
Can I go, BJ? Can I go, BJ?
Yeah, let me.
He's capping like a motherfucker.
Well, first of all, Joker won a first round series without Jamal Murray, so Thomas don't know what the hell you're talking about. Secondly, it was Terrence Mann who fucking hit like damn near 6 or 7 threes versus Utah in game 6. It wasn't PG, right? That's for the record. And Devin Booker had PG down 0-2 without Kawhi Leonard. Oh, hey, Herman, wasn't it PG who missed 2 clutch free throws in game 2 when DeAndre Ayton
Who won?
that game
Who
winner?
won the series? Who won?
The Suns won the series, nigga. The Suns won the series, nigga. What you talking about? The Suns won the series, nigga.
I thought you said Donovan Mitchell. What you said? I thought you said Donovan Mitchell. What you said, Booker?
I said, bro, Thomas, bro, respect for you, bro. When you
who went to the Western Conference Finals, Joker or Paul George?
Finish, man. Again,
Joker or Paul George? Who went further? Who went further?
He just said that you can trust Paul George without Kawhi Leonard. But again, Kawhi played in 4 of those games versus Utah, and it was Terrence Mann in Game 6 who closed out the Utah Jazz.
The guy you said they don't do it. All them shots.
And by the way, again, Herm, Devin Booker without Chris Paul had Paul George down 0-2, and in Game 2, it was this non-trustworthy
choking motherfucker Paul George. Joker. He went further. Who went further?
Who
went further?
Come on, man. This is
who
crazy.
went further?
Dude, this dude has
who went further?
Or something, bro. This is crazy.
Who went further? Who went further?
Hey, and for the record, anybody with basketball knowledge or basketball acumen, why are we bringing up Paul George on the Pacers by himself for it? That's pure delusion. Who gives a fuck, nigga? So what? That was damn near 10 years ago.
You can argue.
Who went further?
Are you okay?
Who went further?
What the hell
Who went further?
You can't.
Who went further?
Want to ignore all the other years though. You can't.
Yeah, who won? Who the fuck went further? Joker or Paul George? Period. Next topic.
So is that how we judge who's more trustworthy?
Bring up the bubble.
Is that a new criteria?
He won. He went further. He won. He won.
Hey, fella.
Go back to OKC. What Paul George did with OKC, man?
Got beat by rookie Donovan Mitchell. He got beat by a rookie and Donovan Mitchell. He got beat by a rookie and Donovan Mitchell in 6 games.
Who went further? Joker or Paul George? Who went further?
What you talking about?
They were the favorites, running man. OKC were the favorites.
Who went further? Who went further?
I got something to say to Mash and Herm real quick. Because I hear what y'all saying, but you have to. I trust Paul George to beat Paul George, and he's gonna have mental lapse. Of course he is. Of course, Paul George is not gonna have a great 7. He can have he is gonna have a good series, but trust Paul George to beat Paul George. He's gonna have bad numbers.
Kirkland, bro. Kirkland, bro. Let's call spade, bro.
Yeah, like
who do you trust more, man? Bro, let's stop the BS, man. Point period blank. Who do you trust more right now? Joker or Paul George? It's an easy question, man.
Joker's for sure.
Okay, thank you, sir.
That wasn't the question, though.
Hey, man. I'm gonna hit him with another point because they think I'm capping when it comes to Harden. Should people trust James Harden when it comes to big moments?
No, you shouldn't. That's why he's not the star on the team.
But here's my point though. If you don't trust James Harden, really quick, because I just want to go. If you don't trust James Harden and Westbrook, like a lot of people don't, that just means that Paul George really needs to even be more of who he needs to be, right? Because if we're
y'all don't trust these people. Y'all don't.
Listen, if those guys
don't matter.
Thomas, let me finish, bro. Damn, bro. Like, let me cook, bro.
Stop saying y'all. They ain't on it's y'all.
Bro. Let me cook. I let you cook for an hour. I just came up here, bro. So literally,
just say you. Just say you.
God,
say you don't trust. Say you don't trust.
Let me know when I
just say you don't trust.
When I, it's not just me. First of all, the narratives that I didn't create these narratives on Harden. So what are you talking about? So it ain't me. What I'm saying is.
So why you using them?
Let me, bro. Can I finish, bro?
Let him go, Thomas. Come on.
BJ, what we doing here, bro?
No, go ahead. Go, Kobe.
Like, God damn, if you don't agree, then just say you don't agree. But can I at least finish my take? So again,
use your take then. That's all. Go ahead.
Bro, this nigga is a fucking kid, bro. When it comes to winning a championship, as much as I want to win, I'm obsessed with winning in my real life. So I get it. Everything I do, I want to win. I'm looking at everything that we need to do well. Not how we can be mediocre. Not, if he's 1 for 10, we still got Kawhi. I don't think like that. I think like, okay, if they're hitting on all cylinders, what we need to do to be hitting on all cylinders. And Paul George, mental lapses is something that I'm 50-50 with. Here's why. It's not just his game. Because when I listen to him talk in his interviews, he's unsure. I watch his podcast. I listen to how he talks about winning. He's almost like He thinks he can't win at this point. He's sitting there telling Clay, man, I don't have nothing to show for it. I've had all of these injuries. And Clay's like, yeah, but I've never had to hold an organization up like you have. He's like, respect. But in his mind, he's thinking that he's still like, it's almost like his career is over the way he's talking about him winning. You should be like, man, we got a chance. I'm ready to. This is our year. I shouldn't be saying stuff like, oh, I have nothing to show for it. It's like when he talks, do y'all listen to a loser's mentality versus a winner's mentality? It's a difference. When he talks, it's almost like he talks like he can't win. Like it's too late for him.
I got something to say to you after that, though, bro.
So my thing is this, and then the mental lapses, the free throws, we get it. But to me, when I watch his game, he's too talented to just not be on the floor. There's games where he's not on the floor, and we got to agree that. There's games where I'm watching the game, I'm like, damn, I didn't even know Paul George is still out there. Because he's like, where's his imprint on the game in these moments, right? You can go back to 2021. Yes, he had 28 points. He shot 2 for 5 from the three. Terrence Mann's 39 points definitely helped us get past that team. In the Western Conference Finals, yes, he averaged 25, 10, and 5. I get it. He as the second option. What I'm saying is that, bro, against that Dallas series, we shouldn't have went 7 games with a Dallas team. When to me, I thought Paul George could have easily been able to listen, he should have took the challenge. Him or Kawhi should have took the challenge from game 1. This is who I'm guarding. I'm not going to let Terrence Mann guard him, Patrick Beverly guard him. I want to guard him. That series should have went 5-6 games at max, in my opinion.
Okay.
So
Kobe,
again,
I ain't glad you.
These are the things that I'm talking about. The 1 for 10 games, the turnovers. It's the turnovers for us all year long. I'm going to finish with this, right? I'm 50-50. The reason why is because there's some years where he looks great in the playoffs, and there's some years where he's not injured and he looks fine. Or when he's not injured and he plays. So there's some years where he doesn't play well. The Utah series, in OKC, we could look at that one. Oh, he was injured. BJ is going to go straight to the injuries, right? Cool. The 2021 series, he looked great. To me, he didn't play that well in the Dallas series, right? If you look at the bubble, right? To me, that bubble championship, really, it was a mental thing back then. What is the excuse? They were in the bubble. Okay, we give them credit for that. But it's like, at what point? And so for me, remove the playoffs, I'm noticing this stuff in the regular season as well. So it's like the mental lapses, the arguing with the refs. That stuff bothers me internally, BJ, because I know if this is the Paul George that we could possibly see in a playoff game when he's arguing with the refs and he's not shooting well, he might get an ejection and get up out of here. He might get a tech and get up out of here. Like, those are the stuff that I'm worried about, bro. It's the mental lapses with him. Consistently.
And to respond to Training Man comment, and today, part of what you said, that's mental. When you shot selection, that's mental. When you know you can take the game,
talk about is his shot selection.
that's a mental aspect of the game. So I mean, you prove a Kobe Jordan point, Training Man.
So here's my thing, y'all.
The reason why I say I'm 50-50 is because I know he can do it, BJ. The thing is, in order for us to win a championship this year, he cannot have those mental lapses against Denver.
Facts.
Here's my thing. Kobe. I hear what you're saying, Kobe, because but let's be honest though. Paul George is what, 34? He's 34. Okay. He's been in this league for what, 14 years? I don't think Paul George is changing anytime soon. I'm just being honest with y'all. I'm just in that Dallas series, I kind of disagree with you. I think Paul George wasn't good offensively. He was decent, but he was very aggressive, and he was getting around 10 boards a game in that Dallas series. He actually played pretty good in that Dallas series. So he was aggressive. That's all I wanted though, but got through. They shouldn't win 7 games.
Nah, but all Kobe Jordan basically saying those things that he's seeing right now, it would catch up with y'all when it matters the most, and that's all he basically saying. That's all he basically saying.
Well, that's good. That's good because I watched Denver getting their ass spanked. So it's gonna catch up with him.
But here's the thing though. When Kawhi is shooting bad, right? Because he has games where he doesn't shoot the. How come he doesn't have those same habits? How come he doesn't?
He's a different person. Hold on.
I get it. But here's the thing, though.
We gotta get to a point. Hold on. Let me say this real quick. Let me say something real quick.
Scared to go to church.
Tom is stupid. As y'all come in, hit that like button. Got 80 people. We should have over 80 likes in here.
Right.
All right.
Heard that.
So first thing is this. Kawhi and PG are two different people.
Thank you, BJ.
They're not. Kawhi is not like nobody in this league. He's not going to argue with the ref. He's not going to show any emotion. That's just who Kawhi is. You can't. There's no way I'm expecting Paul George to be Kawhi. I know who this dude is on and off the court. I've seen it. He's going to show emotion. Russell Westbrook shows emotion. All these guys. I don't want them to change who they are as people. So, yes, I even mentioned it. I said PG got to stop going at the refs. But I can say that with so many people in the league that argue, especially star players. They think every call should go their way.
Fact.
And they're up there bitching and complaining to the refs. So that's not a Paul George thing, right? So that's one aspect. The second aspect, and this is the best comment I've seen so far, Trini Man said it. PG mental is not the problem. The constant jump shot and shot selection is the problem.
That's a mental issue, though.
That's mental.
That's mental.
Hold on, listen. That's IQ. That's not mental.
IQ is mental, nigga.
IQ is okay. But what's the narrative trying to be put is that PG is scared of the moment. That's been the narrative about this. That's not what it is. You're trying to combine that. No, but that's the narrative but Kobe Jordan, you know as well as I know. That's the narrative about PG. He's going to be scared of the moment. He's mentally weak. That's been the narrative. He's not mentally weak.
Right.
What he is, his IQ, taking them stupid ass shots, is what is a problem. There's no fear.
That's a mental issue.
Okay, so
Kobe took crazy shots too.
But that's not an issue where it cannot be resolved.
So okay,
hold on, Kobe. Let me finish. The first half, I watched Paul George dance around the court on the 3-point line, dribbling like he likes to do.
Right.
Because he feel like he can just hit a shot anywhere on the court. Yep. That doesn't come off as that's actually you feel like you do what you want on the court. But in the second half, I saw PG catch the ball close to the basket, and he was actually turning around and shooting over Desmond Bain. He was shooting over John Morant. He was shooting over these dudes, and that's all he do throughout the entire game. I've seen it before where Patrick Beverley, there was a game against the Clippers and Lakers where I think he had like 30 points. Okay. Patrick Beverley, the aggressive defender, all he did the whole game was get that ball at the block and just turn around and shoot over him.
Okay, really quick, BJ,
if we're gonna hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
I said if we're gonna talk about, I think if we're gonna talk about the bad times when PG does it, I think we gotta talk about the times that he actually has done when he's done. The only problem is that his game is it's hard to kind of change his game at this point of his career. Those same games that we saw, we had these 8 for 21 is the same games we got to talk about earlier this year, where he was shooting over 50%, where we were saying he was the best player in the league for like the first 10, 15. So at some point we can't stop being like, oh, well, this is what he's going to do in the playoffs. I'm looking at like, I've already seen what he's done in the playoffs. I've already seen who he is in the playoffs. So either you trust him or you don't.
Okay. Thank you. Right. Exactly. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, here's my thing, BJ. So okay, cool. Either you trust him or you don't. So you guys all trust him 100%. I'm still gonna be 50-50, and this is why. Because let me finish. I'll let BJ go. The reason why is because the stuff that you're saying, IQ, I agree. But those mid posts that he got in the second half, those were from time. A lot of those were called plays. Right? When we threw it over the top, when James Harden inbounded the ball, when they made a run and we threw it over the top across half court and Desmond Bain was guarding him, that was a play that Doc Rivers used to call. Ty Lue had to call that out of a timeout, right? If there's no timeouts called, if we're just playing free flow, Paul George has the tendency to still dribble outside and take these shots. So it's like you have to have his coach pull him in and call these plays. So why did he take these same shots in the first half when he had
Oh, damn.
I'll tell you why. Because
he started cooking. But these are the things that you would have to question. Kawhi doesn't need a play for that. He just goes to the post because he sees that there's a mismatch. Paul George takes those ill-advised shots. For what reason, BJ?
That's the difference.
Those shots get us out of rhythm.
But that's true. But it's just the same. It's the same shit that Kobe and T-Mac do.
Those are shots that gets us out of rhythm. I don't like that. All I'm saying is this: if his IQ is let's just say it's not mental. Let's just say it's IQ. Can you change IQ at this point in your career?
He's not a dumb player. What he does, this, and you had a question. You said, "Why is Kawhi?" Because he can't do it. Kawhi ain't finna dance. He don't have the dribbling ability to do it. So all he can do is go to the mid post and shoot. That's all he can't go on the perimeter and do what PG do. So yeah, it's always by default. That's not who Kawhi would never be able to do that.
He doesn't have to.
He doesn't have the handle to do it. But PG has it. But the problem with PG is he feel like he can do everything on the court and take all these badass shots. I agree, it takes him out of rhythm.
That takes our team out of rhythm.
That takes our team out of rhythm. Correct. It takes our team out of rhythm. It takes our team out of rhythm. Kobe used to do the same shit. Kobe had. That's why he had that.
Here's the thing, though. Kobe. No, the difference is Kobe had to take those shots. BJ.
Kobe has the most missed shots in NBA history.
Kobe, hold on. His whole career, Kobe Bryant had a 44, and this is my favorite player of all time. Kobe never shot with 50% in a season.
Ever.
Okay, but did he have a Kawhi? Oh, okay, hold on. So BJ, post Shaq, did he have a Kawhi Leonard who could help take those same shots?
Bro, he had Shaq. Bro, Shaq was the time you're supposed to be shooting over 50%.
No. I'm talking about he had Shaq for what, 5-6 years? I'm talking about the rest of his career.
He had him for 8. Bro, he had it for 8 years.
Okay, so 8 years. The rest of his career from 2005 until he retired, he didn't have another guy to take those same. He had to take these shots. What I'm saying is that Paul George doesn't need to take those shots, bro.
Bro, hold on, time out. First of all,
so hold on. So you're saying, let me finish, bro. I'll let you.
I can't believe y'all caring for Paul George so much. Y'all had to throw Kobe Bryant in there.
You act like this.
Y'all had to throw Kobe in there. Y'all out of line.
Okay,
that's not comparable.
So BJ, can I ask you? Let me ask you a quick question, BJ. Let me ask you a quick question. When we talk about Paul George's mental, you say it's not mental, it's IQ. Okay, so that's even worse because that lets you know that that's IQ. That's something that. Are you saying he doesn't have it? Or he just chooses not to do this?
Bro, no, it's the fact he thinks he's so good with the ball, he don't have to do that shit. That's what it is. Because we've seen him saying the same.
That's BS, man.
We've seen the man. We've seen the man. Okay, well, hold on. If it's so much, hold on.
That's BS.
That's a big issue.
Hold on. Because this is the same dude that's been scoring 30, 40, 50 pieces. So don't act like it's such a big issue to the point where he can't
get off. Last time he had a 40-point game, BJ.
When he played
last playoffs he played.
Yeah,
he had one earlier this year.
but so hold on. Tracy McGrady used to do that. Did he win a championship?
No. Yeah, he had quite a few of them in 2021 playoffs. Quite a few of them. Actually, he led 2021 playoffs in points scored.
Okay,
matter of fact,
good, but that doesn't translate into winning a championship. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, when it works in a championship team, you have to minimize. You have to minimize and maximize your efficiency, bro.
He has to have help. He didn't have help in 2021, or you wouldn't be saying that.
Okay.
That's why
hold on.
There wasn't nobody beat the Clippers in 2021. The fuck?
Y'all didn't interrupt BJ, but as soon as I go, because y'all disagree, y'all interrupt me. So I'm gonna.
Because you're trying to act like Kawhi didn't play.
No.
Kawhi didn't play.
Because y'all don't interrupt him. Y'all only interrupt me. And the reason why, and I'm a true fan. The reason why I'm telling y'all this is because I'm only focused on us. I don't care what nobody else do. When I'm looking at what we're doing, Miami Heat don't focus on the other teams. They don't care who they face. They play.
Why ain't you focus on us and how good we look?
Hey, Kobe Jordan, they don't care who hurt either.
Why you ain't focused on the winning when everybody's on the court then?
Hold on. You know why I don't focus on just the good stuff? Because when I was playing, my coach used to say,
No, that's what I said. I said focus on the good stuff too. No, because you're capping. Stop capping.
Let me finish. I'm not capping. You won't even let me finish, bro.
I asked you why.
Hold on, Sean. Let him finish.
DJ, come on, bro. Like, they didn't interrupt you. Why are they interrupting me? Can you answer? Why are they interrupting me?
I mean, it's freestyle for the most, but I'm gonna let you go.
Because they disagree, but I'm not. Listen, all I'm saying is this. When I was playing, my coach would always say this, bro. Focus on what you don't do well. He said, listen, we already know what you do great. You do that 12 hours out the day. But he would do drills with me focusing on my left hand because my left hand was garbage. And reason why is because they knew they take it out of his left hand. That was a disadvantage for me. I had to get thrown to the bench in the fourth quarter because of that. Like, when it comes down to it, I don't like to go left. I had to start driving left. I couldn't use my right hand for a whole month, BJ. So again, these are the things that you're going to work on because that's you're trying to figure. It's a chess game. The other team is going to expose your weakness, right? So Paul George taking those crazy shots at the top of the key when he literally has a guy who's 6'4" on him, that's the shot that you will say, yes, he can make it. But in playoff basketball, when the game slows down and you're in game 4 and they've already figured out your tendencies, that's what you have to do. You have to make an adjustment. So his adjustment should be mentally, okay, listen, I'm not hitting from the 3 right now. Instead, he just takes himself out of the game because he's not hitting those shots. No, what you do is you go to the fucking post, you get this little dude on you, ask for the ball, and you hit that shot. Kawhi comes down, and now it's just
he
a
has
parade.
done that multiple times, by the way.
So again,
PG did that all night last night in the third quarter, in fourth quarter.
okay, but again, bro, this game could have been a blowout, bro.
It was a blowout.
Paul George was 1 for 10, bro. He was 1 for 10 because in the first, let me finish. He was 1 for 10 because he was taking those same crazy shots. And he thought, okay, let me just keep shooting them. No, get to the foul line. Do something else to get in rhythm. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Have you ever asked
He did it
yourself?
in the second half.
Have you ever asked yourself how he win playoff games?
He did it in the second half. I agree with you, Kobe, but he did that in the second half.
Okay,
no.
that's my point, though.
It's not.
Why
All I'm
does that have
saying
to
is,
take
all
him
I'm
to the second quarter or third
all I'm
quarter to do
saying
that?
is, but okay.
Man,
but
I seen Steph Curry be over fucking 100 before. It be like that sometimes.
I mean, yeah, all these players,
All right,
man, have
y'all
had
got
horrible.
it, bro. I'm done. I guess my point is not y'all not looking
No,
at
I
big picture.
think
Y'all
you.
just
I
saying,
think
I hear what you're saying.
here's what y'all saying. Y'all saying that this is Paul George, who he's always been in playoff basketball. He's gonna hit those same shots. That's what y'all saying. Okay, cool.
I'm saying he's gonna perform.
And he does it.
And I
He's
think
gonna
here's what I'm saying.
perform.
I'm saying is if he takes those same shots in a playoff game against teams that we need to beat, we're not gonna be able to get back in those same games, bro.
I don't know about that, Kobe.
Saying, I've seen him perform in the playoffs.
Okay, cool.
Like,
well, maybe
Yes, we
like,
are. And we're going to win. Yes, we are. We're going to win.
What Kobe's trying to say is in the playoffs, if it takes 3 quarters for Paul George to get into rhythm, it's going to be too late.
That's my point.
It's happened to Kawhi Leonard. It happens to Kawhi Leonard all the time, but he's the best player in the whole game.
Here's the difference. Kawhi Leonard finds other ways to be effective. He doesn't just rely on his jump shot.
And Paul George can do that too.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. It's mental with Paul George because Kawhi Leonard is still gonna get a stop. He's still gonna do all of these things. Paul George, when I watch him, BJ, it's almost like he's missing shots, but he just doesn't look engaged. He almost looks like
he looks bored.
He looks bored. He looks like he's not even focused.
Okay, so that's okay, and that makes sense.
But
I
here's the thing.
It's not
people in the playoffs.
But okay, but how?
Kobe, what did he do in the playoffs in 2021? What did he do?
I don't give a shit. I'm talking about this year.
Okay. Well, this year ain't here yet.
Okay, so we gotta say because we gotta keep going with
tendencies and habits that you have to fix, bro. That's all I'm saying. Y'all beat me upside the head because I'm saying
that's why he's the second option, and at times will be a third option.
Y'all act like we don't get better.
With James Harden's cooking, he's gonna be a third option.
But here's the thing, Thomas. Can y'all stop acting like we don't need to get better? All I'm saying is that listen.
No, everybody needs to get better. Denver needs to learn how to win with Jamal Murray in there.
Stop worrying about everybody. We're only focused on us. Can y'all stop focusing on every other team?
I agree.
Because guess what? You know what?
But every team has to worry about this. You're talking about nonsense. Every team has to worry about the same shit.
You know what Big Tone is saying? Even though they have the same record as us, he's still trying to figure out ways. When I listen to his stream, he's still talking about things that he see that could get better. When I listen to people who are fans of the Timberwolves, because I'm in Minnesota, right? They still think they could get better. I'm not hearing them say, "Oh, Anthony Edwards is MVP." No, they're talking about how they got it. Go ahead.
I think the difference between Tone and the Clipper fans is like Tone you don't really see him going at his players. See, this is my thing with the whole Paul George Harden thing. It's one thing for us to critique these guys, but it's another thing just to try to, evaluate their mental and say they're not going to be trustworthy. Tone don't do that. If you were out, and damn sure outsider ain't going to come over there and talk about his players.
Right.
I get it where people want to try to, make us better, but it's getting to a point where we're actually downing our own guys.
It's not.
Right.
It's not downing you. How is it downing them? It's holding somebody accountable, bro.
It's a narrative, and it's
so 2021 didn't happen. That's my question.
Bro,
that's my question. What happened?
One more time, bro. I'm gonna jump out this fucking 15th floor, bro.
Okay, well, jump off the damn floor then. Stop ignoring the facts. What happened in 2021? That's the last time we saw him.
Hey, Thomas, I had the baddest female in 2021, and I don't have her no more, so I can't keep bringing her up.
Okay, well, get another one. Get another one. That don't matter.
That's what I'm focused on. You
yeah.
I'm focused on getting
okay. Okay.
Bringing up, oh man, she was the baddest one I ever had. No, I'm finna.
But you act like you ain't never done it. No, you act like you ain't never done it.
Hey, listen, bro. Listen, I'm just realist, bro.
You act like this. You act like this dude is fucking Duncan Robinson or something.
You know what's crazy, bro? Is that like these people? It's almost like when we criticize. I'm just criticizing. That's why I say, BJ, I didn't have stats because this is stuff that stats can't show you. Bro. Stats can't show you the stuff that I'm talking about. It's the in between game. So listen, y'all all trust Paul George in the playoffs. Y'all don't think that he needs to get better. All I'm saying is I think that we need to get better at certain stuff. I'm not saying he's a bad basketball player. I'm saying this is the stuff that we got to work on. That's all I'm saying.
Kobe, we hear what you're saying, Kobe. But guess what? We trust Paul George in the playoffs. I trust Paul George to be Paul George.
But what does that look like? Because I've seen too many different Paul Georges.
I would tell you what that
looks like. The Western Conference Final, East Conference Final.
It looks like a Paul George that's engaged, and it looks like a Paul George that's number 2. And guess what? I'm not trying to compare the Clippers to the Bulls. I'm just saying that Scottie Pippen had mental problems too. And you've seen what happens with them. I'm just saying, Paul George is not.
Paul George is nowhere near the defender. He's nowhere near the playmaker. It's Scottie Pippen as well. He's nowhere near Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen didn't even play in 1998. He had a bad back, and they still won the series.
Herm, I hear what you're saying, bro, but y'all not adding the factors. Y'all saying Paul George. Paul George is going to be aggressive. I have not seen Paul George not been aggressive in the playoffs.
I'm just being honest. All I'm saying is that
Paul George.
Kurt, listen, I understand all y'all saying, but listen, when it comes down to winning, and as much as I love winning, I as a team, if I'm looking at the Clippers from the outside, right, and I'm another team, and I have a scouting report, there's a couple things on my list that I'm going to try to exploit and expose and make difficult for that team. And I'm telling you, one of those things with the other teams is, number one, we got to make sure we beat them on the boards because we're a smaller team. We like to play small ball outside of Zubac. Okay. The other thing is making Paul George take those same tough shots. And again, he's going to want to take those same tough shots.
Though. Yeah.
So the difference is he doesn't. What's the counter for that? Is he going to say, you know what? I'm not going to be forced to be pushed out. And me and BJ talked about this last week, BJ. He comes into the game and he takes these 2K shots. Why not get into the post right away? Why not come off of a screen and get to the basket right away? Why do you start the game off shooting 20-foot jumpers and then you just do that for the first quarter and a half? And then
I agree with all that. I agree with all that.
When it looks good, hold on. When it looks, BJ, here's the thing. I'm gonna finish with this. When it looks good, the nigga looks like 03 Tracy McGrady. He looks like one of the best scorers in the league when he's hitting. But when it's not hitting, he's one of the most inefficient players when it's not going down.
Right. Okay.
So how do you balance that? It's my question. How do you balance that?
Right. And he steals the short people.
So here's my thing.
And he steals the short people.
You live and die by the 3, right? So in our case, if we are dying by the 3, what are we doing to counter that? Are we going to be the best defensive team? Because here's the thing. One of the dudes told me, in order to be in the NBA, you have to be elite at least one category on the court, right? You got to have some type of size, length, be a above average defender, above average rebounder. You got to be an above average 3-point shooter. You got to do something well, right? Like, what do you do well, right? If you're just on the court, okay, they might just put you under because they don't have no other option. But my thing is this. We got to do something if we're not hitting shots because we're fully ISO. We do a lot of ISO. Let's say James Harden and these guys are just missing shots. How are we then going to counter that? What is our second?
That's going to be a long list, bro. That's going to be a long list you're going to be waiting for. You said James Harden, Norman Powell.
I'm saying as a team, what if we're just missing?
That's not happening. That's not happening. Everybody's not missing no damn shots.
Everybody ain't going to be off, man. I ain't seen that.
And if it does happen, you just post up Kawhi Leonard. Answer Saw.
I got you.
The question Saw.
That's not true because in the playoff series with Denver, there was a game against Miami where they were missing shots. But you know what they did? They were playing good defense. They were playing good defense. So I noticed that when you're missing shots, There's other stuff you can do. All I'm saying is, what are we gonna do if we're just
Clippers
see?
play
That's the
good
thing. Like
defense.
I look at
We
other
gotta
stuff. So
play
listen,
good
I could be
defense.
wrong. I don't
We're
know.
top 5 in
Kobe,
defense,
listen,
bro.
Kobe. I agree with what you're saying. Me personally, I agree with what you're saying. Paul George can't come out jacking up shots. I said
That's
that
all I'm saying.
when we first opened up the panel. What did I say, BJ? I didn't like the way Paul George
I said
came
the
out.
same thing.
Right. We agree with you on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Facts.
Like that's a fact. We need to get better on not turning the ball over
Yeah.
and Paul George taking better shots.
That's it. That's
fact.
all I'm saying.
But Kobe
right.
Jordan, I'm gonna ask you because I
Hold
know
on,
you
So
gonna
then
be
there should be no
honest.
pushback.
Hold on,
I'm not
hold
saying
I
he's
ain't been
mentally. Hold on,
saying nothing, y'all.
her. Listen,
I've been
I'm not saying.
quiet.
Okay,
I've been
but
quiet
listen,
too.
if we all agree, here's what I'm saying. BJ, let me just clarify before I get up off here. I'm not saying Paul George is mentally weak. I'm not saying that he can't play tough in the playoffs. All I'm saying is that the two things that I want him to get better at, and we can all agree, is his shot selection and him being engaged. Why do we? That's all I'm saying. And no, what I'm saying is that in the playoffs, if he comes out with those same shots, and those other teams are hitting, we don't have the luxury to we can't just think we're gonna get back in these games, bro. Like every game we start slow. Why do we start slow a lot of these games? It's obvious. We always start slow. Last year, 2 years ago, they called us the comeback Clippers because we would get these big leads. The teams would get these big leads, and then we have to fight our way back into it. So when Paul George came back, I'm like, okay, maybe. And then I start seeing the same
for
stuff.
that though was? You know what the bigger reason for that was?
The difference is we got a whole different starting lineup, and
So that's all I'm saying, man. I'm done. Go ahead, y'all.
Ty Lue was the biggest reason we always started those games slow though.
Well, he's still our coach. So what does that say?
it was a whole different lineup, OC. It's a whole different lineup, man. It's a whole different team, whole different lineup. We don't all that old shit don't matter. What matters is like Kobe right now.
Slow, bro. We started slow.
Hold on. Have you been talking for 30 minutes? Hold on. Go ahead and talk right now. Okay. Hold on. See, Kobe said, let's talk about right now. Kobe, let's talk about right now. What the fuck is happening on defense right now, BJ? What's happening when we got our starting fives on the court? You want to talk about right now? Motherfuckers is getting locked the fuck up. So we can't go back in time and then talk about right now. It's two different rosters. So which one we gonna do with?
Yeah, I just said even this year we started a lot of games slow too. So what are you talking about?
Early. With 14 man got on the court early. Yes, we did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, bro, we agree. I think.
But what I will say is Paul does need to go to the post more and hit more mid-range shots.
Bro, and that's all I'm saying. Hold on.
I do agree with that.
So Kurt, what do you disagree with what I'm saying? You think I'm saying he's mentally weak? Because that's not what I'm saying.
No. I think the only thing I'm disagreeing is, I guess I'm not really disagreeing with you because I think
arguing
Paul
with
George
the refs, his shot selection, and him not being engaged. That's all. Those are three things that I see consistently.
The same things I see.
I definitely agree with you on the shot selection, but I have seen Paul George in the playoffs when he wants to goes to the post and shoots mid-range shots. If he does that more often than not, then I think the Clippers won't be okay. Because I know Paul George is going to have games where he's not going to be efficient and he's going to have shooting bad shots.
Off of Paul George,
shot selection, yes.
Yeah, that's it. So let's move on for him. The other issue I'm having is Terrence Mann, bro. What's going on with him? Is he like he just seems like he's
playing defense and James Harden?
I get it, but
he's locking motherfuckers up. That's what he's doing.
It feels let's be honest.
He got
hold on, Thomas. Bring up that list again, BJ. What was the names on that list that he had locked up? Because he's capping about the Jokic. Zubac actually played way good defense on Jokic. It wasn't
I said don't talk about Joker. Learn to listen.
Yeah. So everybody else.
Joker is on that list because the person that made the list wanted to put it on there. I obviously Terrence Mann ain't guarding Joker. If anybody thinks that I would even insinuate that, they got mental problems they damn self.
My fault, bro.
No shots at you. But that's we got to learn how to use common sense on this panel a little bit more because the common sense goes out the window. Obviously, I'm not talking about Joker. Joker's just on the fucking BJ. Can you make the fucking list and wipe that shit out so these damn motherfuckers learn how to use common sense?
But hold on.
Jesus Christ.
We gotta put. What about didn't Jalen Brunson play bad against us that last game too?
He did.
Yes, Kobe. This list is old. Kobe, this list. Yeah, this
It needs
list
to
needs
be
to be updated.
expanded.
Thank
No,
you.
we got.
And
Here's
if you
what we gotta
expand it,
add.
hey, hold on, Kobe. And if you expand it, it makes T-Man look even better. So please
That's what I'm
expand
Man,
it.
saying. But my thing is this
that's
though. On
crazy.
Thank you
all
very much.
things,
Y'all
Thank you
on all
very
not
much.
things.
Thank you.
analyzing it the right way, Thomas. You're not
But
analyzing the
honest,
game
Yeah,
the
oh
right
yeah,
way.
no, you ain't
Terrence
analyzing
Mann,
the right
though.
way. All you want to worry about is fourth quarter when Kawhi's on somebody. You don't want to talk about the game.
No.
What
But
you
I
want
talk
to
about
do
the
is
game.
undermine
If we
everything the
talking
Clippers is
about the
doing
game,
because you fucking scared you're gonna lose your money.
nah. But if
That's
we
what you
talking,
doing, buddy.
all you do is talk over people. You don't be cooking shit. You don't know shit
Yeah,
about
yeah,
basketball.
because
But
we all
what
y'all talk
what
stupid.
I'm trying
I'm the one that put the whole panel on basketball.
I'm
But
trying to talk
I don't know
basketball,
about all
Tom.
that.
no.
I'm
All
trying
you
to
want to
talk
talk about is the
basketball.
fourth quarter. No, what you want to
No,
do is dodge the
I never
facts.
said that. See,
The facts is Terrence Mann is locking motherfuckers up and ain't no way around it.
Terrence
That's the
Mann
facts.
has not locked up anybody this
That's
year. He
actually not
has
That's
true.
not.
That's
cap.
not true, Herm.
Yes, he has.
That's not
Yes, he
true.
No, he
has.
hasn't.
Yes, he
No, he
has.
Hey,
hasn't.
Herm.
No, he
Yes, he
hasn't.
has.
Herm.
Yes, he has. Stop lying.
That's
If
cap.
y'all
Stop
know
lying.
so much about
BJ, you gonna let him
basketball,
keep
if
lying?
y'all know so
Okay,
much about
This why you get
basketball,
kicked out of her for lying.
now,
BJ, get his ass out of here
can't
for
say
lying.
that because Thomas don't know how to shut the fuck up.
But
I'm
Herm,
about
I
to
told
ask
you
y'all the
lying.
other
I ain't gonna let
question.
you lie. You ain't gonna come on this panel
I
and lie.
damn near forgot my question. Fucking with Thomas tapping
You damn
ass.
right.
All he do is
Stop
over talk.
lying. Stop spinning
Yeah, I was gonna
narratives.
let y'all do most of the talking like I've been doing.
okay,
So
go ahead, Herm. Go ahead, Herm. I want to hear what you got to say.
so
Go ahead.
so here's my thing though. I'm gonna say a statement while I try to regroup my question. Here's the thing, when it comes down to it, you guys, Kobe Jordan is exactly right about certain things that you see. When you guys try to talk about championship basketball, that's a whole nother level of basketball. What you guys seeing right now cannot fly in the playoffs. It cannot fly when in tough situation when it matters
Cap.
most in the playoffs. It
You don't
cannot
think Paul
fly.
George knows that,
Because
bro?
y'all have
Cap.
not. I see a lot of things within the game that because you guys so focused on that y'all won a regular season damn game. Kobe Jordan pointing out things that you gonna have to tighten up on. End of the day, when you try to bring up this dumbass list that I'm seeing now. Now Halliburton, I agree he got locked up, but
They
outside
all
of
got
that,
Brother
locked up.
said he ain't lock up nobody.
They all got locked
it
up.
wasn't no damn Terrence man
That's
on
cap.
him the whole
That's big
game.
ass cap.
It wasn't no
Terrence
damn
Mann was
Terrence
locking them
man
up
on
when
him.
he was in the
In
game.
that Indiana game, at that, Kawhi Leonard started out on the nigga.
That's cap.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Kawhi Leonard was been setting when he has been on the court lately, been setting the tone, and he'll guard the best players from jump.
Not
He does not guard the point of attack offense. No,
Yes,
I
he has
gotta
been.
agree
he
with.
does in the fourth
Here's the
quarter.
thing.
He
I
does in the
gotta
fourth quarter. He
agree.
does
Hold
not.
on,
He's not in the first quarter.
But
Nope.
Thomas, I gotta agree with Herm on this one thing though. As much as we love Terrence Mann, he in a lot of these guys, he was on him for a lot of the game. But a lot of that is our team defense too, because you can't just say it's Terrence Mann
Exactly.
No, that's true.
when you got Paul
That's
George.
what any
But hold
team
on, but hold
does.
on. But here's the
That
thing
you
though.
can't see.
But here's the
See, y'all
thing
trying
though.
to bring up stuff
No,
everybody else
I
don't
get
do.
it. But here's what's. Let me be realistic though. Kawhi is actually leading our team in deflections, and Paul George is right behind him. So it's like
Yeah,
if
and I predicted this shit.
yeah, but hold
I
on.
told me
Hold
that when
on,
Terrence
listen.
Mann
If
gets on
Terrence,
point attack, them two guys gonna go crazy on defense. I
yeah,
told him that.
because Terrence
Yes or no,
Mann is
BJ?
he's our point of attack
Yes
defender.
or no
But
what?
when you're talking about off ball, those guys get
I
a
told you when Terrence Mann got on
Thomas.
the point of
Those
attack,
guys get a
Paul
lot of
George and Kawhi was gonna get in the passing lanes, and they was gonna look.
but
The
that's what I'm
defense
saying.
gonna look
Yeah,
better.
you did.
But
You
see,
did.
Terrence
I think
Mann.
that's the better.
Yeah.
But Terrence
I think
Mann
it's the
on
better.
those guys, he does give them props because he is physical and he's athletic. But when you're talking about getting those steals and pushing it, a lot of those steals and those deflections, it's just a team effort. But Terrence Mann is a big part of that because he's forcing those guys into bad passes.
Exactly.
I get
I
it.
mean, Terrence Mann.
He's such a big part of it.
I think.
So,
Hold
so
on.
he's doing
I
his
think.
He's
job.
such a big part of it because he's such a big part of it that we couldn't even win a fucking basketball game until he got on the court. That's how
Oh yeah,
big of a part of it is.
that's my point. I'm about to ask that
So,
The
question.
fuck?
in other words,
The
he's
only
doing his
change,
job.
the only change that really happened with the starting lineup. I mean, think about it. We lost to the same
Exactly.
Memphis team without Ja Morant literally a month ago, and we had the starting lineup with Russ, James, Paul George, and Zubac. We had our full team, and we still lost.
Now, but
This
here's my
game,
But
point
hold
with
on,
y'all.
BJ,
the
we
game,
couldn't
and
hit shots that game though too, BJ. We were
but
missing a
there's
lot of
no
shots.
there's no way we should have lost to Memphis without Ja.
Now,
There's no
but
way how
here's
you
my
slice
thing
it. The
about
fact that
last night.
that's like the thing about it is that Terrence Mann and Thomas was right about this because he told me this.
He was
said
right
once
about it
we put
last
Terrence
night.
when we put Terrence Mann on the starting line, we're gonna go on a run.
Right.
And since we put him in that starting lineup, we went we didn't lose a game in the whole month of December until we lost the other night to.
Until Kawhi got hurt.
Yeah. That's the only.
Exactly.
Terrence Mann was the only change in
Point
that
blank
lineup.
period.
And you gotta
Point
give credit
blank
where
period.
credit due.
Yeah, I'm just accountable. I see from both sides, so I'm just being honest.
Okay.
Like I agree.
Yeah,
No,
sure.
It's fair.
But this is what I want to add.
It's
This
fair.
is what I want
Kobe.
to add, though. This is what I want. Last night, how you guys won the game? You guys dominated the board.
Exactly.
And today, it wasn't because of great defense. It was because you guys dominated the boards, had a lot of second chance opportunities. Y'all out hustled the Grizzlies,
Isn't
and y'all took
Hey,
advantage.
what did John Morant have last night? What did John Morant have last night?
Y'all took advantage of a lack of size that the Grizzlies don't have right now.
It's facts.
And y'all did what y'all supposed to.
But
It's
but
Drew
hold on.
Okay.
People
doing that.
People take advantage of us. People take advantage of us.
Sean, I got this. It's nothing. He said Zubac, he can't stay by the paint because they got two liabilities on the offensive perimeter guarding, Westbrook and James Harden.
Who said that, BJ?
I'm gonna give it to you, Sean. When Terrence Mann gets in that starting line, Zubac's gonna be able to hang up closer to the basket. So all this shit works into one.
Rebound. It was rebounded last night.
That's what he's talking about. That's what he's telling you. That's what he's telling you. That's what he's telling you.
Now that you
But we not a big team. You act like the Grizzlies a big team. We are not a big team.
You gotta hold this L. You was talking that shit last night, Herb. You was talking that shit.
Herb was talking that shit.
The Riddles, don't front run, because I'm gonna get the last laugh. So don't front run. Don't get trapped in that. Because all that front running y'all trick ass niggas doing right now. When it's all said and done, Herm is gonna be right. So do all the front run.
Herm, make sure you have my money right. Make sure you have my money crispy, Herm.
I'm gonna say this though. Herm was trolling. You know what Herm said 2 weeks ago? He said that Kawhi Leonard, one of his weaknesses was off-ball shooting. The man is shooting 62% off-ball.
Thank you.
Herm, you was tripping on that.
Herm, all you do is lie. I'm tired of you lying. You getting exposed by Kobe Jordan.
Hold on. Herm said that Kawhi was also a bad off-ball defender when he leads us in deflection. So that was another wrong. You was wrong at, but I'm gonna let you slide today. I'm gonna let you slide today, though, Herm. I like Herm.
Damn.
Kobe, appreciate it.
Hey, guess what? I see a lot of front running niggas right now. The only nigga that ain't front running is Kobe Jordan. And so
Hey, you know what?
when y'all get proven wrong, I wonder what y'all punk ass niggas gonna say when it all comes.
Have my money ready, Herm. Have my money ready. Your ass wrong again. Been wrong all year.
Kobe Jordan. I want to say, I do agree with you, man. When it comes to PG, I do agree with you.
Y'all tripping.
Because last night, that's what I was thinking.
Oh my God.
I said, we can't have this shit in the playoffs from PG.
All I'm saying,
we cannot have this shit. And like I say, we need to get Kawhi back.
Fact.
Because these guys, they play totally fucking different. And it's not in a good way.
Bro,
it's not in a good way.
Why do y'all act like Paul George never played in the playoffs?
Let him finish.
Thomas, you called them the Reckless Boys. I say that's a good name because Ty Lue had the Reckless crew in, man, and they was fucking turning up. And let's be honest, if John Morant wasn't sick, they would have came back and won that fucking game.
That's what I'm saying. That's my
Hold on. Easy on the John Morant being sick. He sure was sick when he was getting all them fucking rebounds and hustling around and getting assists and shit. There wasn't nothing wrong with him, man. Wasn't nothing wrong with him, man. Get on the court and hoop. Hey, and John Morant got locked up last year by 10 points. It wasn't nothing wrong with him, man.
I'm a big believer.
He got locked up last year by 10 man.
I'm a big believer. You out there, you good to go. But I'm just saying, you can tell when a motherfucker's not themselves, man. It is what it is. I take the win. I don't give a fuck.
Of course.
I take the win.
Why don't they say this when Kawhi is hurt, Riddles?
Okay, but here's
why don't say he ain't this? Why they try to hold him accountable?
Thomas, we know the hate. See, just
nobody ain't saying John Morant the
do that mean you got to be a hater?
Nobody saying John Morant the best player in the league.
Well,
we know John the best player in the league.
You're right, but we know Kawhi.
Kawhi's always playing through some injury. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
But like I said, man, we gonna call them boys the Reckless Boys, man, because the shit that they was doing, turning over the fucking ball, being just reckless.
And here's the thing, though, Dorillis, really quick. The reason why what you said is so key, I don't even think people heard you. When Kawhi Leonard, and this is why he's so important to everything we do, right? When he's on the court with this team, there's a calmer demeanor. There's more
Yeah.
control. And you know what I
Because
do
he's
notice?
calm.
He
I've
actually
been
holds
saying
guys
that.
accountable on defense. And I've seen Kawhi Leonard yell at guys for not getting back. There's a certain morale
I've
and
been
a certain
saying that.
standard
We've
that
all
he
seen that
holds
before,
when
yeah.
he's on the court. But that's what I'm saying. When he's not on the court, it's almost like it's like when you have a substitute teacher, right? Like the kids just act up because they know, hey man,
Yeah.
you a substitute teacher.
Yeah,
But when Kawhi
yeah,
Leonard come back, he don't let dumb shit like that fly, and we don't think he's a big talker. He talks on defense. He holds
yeah,
these dudes accountable.
Hey,
So
yeah.
it's
well,
that
hey,
mannerism that he holds, bro.
that is true. Kawhi
Yeah.
holds you accountable. But
I've
you
been
guys
saying
act
that.
like
I've
PG
been
hasn't
saying
played in
that.
the playoffs, y'all. What is wrong with y'all?
Bro, that's
PG,
not
y'all
what
act
we're
like PG has
saying,
not
bro.
touched the playoff floor before.
Here's what I'm
If y'all
saying.
scared, go to church, bro.
Basically,
PG plays.
what I'm saying is PG gonna be PG.
That's
So,
what I'm saying, bro.
but if you
Why are we talking about PG?
if you feel like if you don't have no worries about PG, I think that's a damn lie.
That's
Yeah,
That's a
what
damn
I'm
exactly.
saying.
Exactly. It's a
that's a
red
damn
flag, bro.
lie, man.
What the hell?
It's a
is
red
wrong with
flag.
y'all?
You know,
It's the worry. It's a
you
worry
know
if
how
he's
I'm
number
looking
one.
at it.
It's
You
a
know how
worry
I'm
if he's
looking at it
number
right
one.
now.
It ain't a
You
worry if
know
he's
how,
number two.
hey,
Hey,
you
the realest, bro.
you know
tripping,
how I'm
bro.
looking at it right now. I'm
Hey,
looking at it
what
is
let
if
just say?
PG
What
falls
just
short,
say?
if PG falls short, I
What is
hope
Shaz? Say that one
Harden
more
can
time.
make up for it. That's how I'm really looking at
That's
it.
my point,
That's
bro.
how I'm
What is
That's
looking
what
at
I'm
it.
Shaz?
saying.
If
So
PG
But it's not.
if
Hold on,
PG
hold on, hold on, hold on.
BJ,
What is
you
Shaz?
gotta
Say that
stop
again,
being,
bro.
Hold
bro.
on.
You gotta be honest, BJ. The
if
reason why
PG
we're
do
saying
his
that,
I'm being honest. I'm being
okay, but
honest. I'm being honest.
BJ,
I'm
we're
being
not
honest. But
questioning
again,
his
this man is
mental.
This man, hold on, time out, time out. This man is too fucking old for us to be. This ain't
Thank
no
you,
damn rookie
BJ.
or no second year player, man.
Thank
This
you,
dude
bro.
been in the fucking league. He's been.
Thank you,
But
BJ. Oh
what
my
does that have
God.
to do with your shot selection? What does that have to do with you arguing with
Let
the
it
ref?
shine. Just said it, bro. He
Okay,
said
but
he's
hold
not
on.
worried
If he's
about
been in the
PG
league,
Led him with
hold
our
on.
best player on the team. What's there to question
No.
about?
Here's what I'm
Well,
saying though, BJ.
hey man,
Here's what I'm
y'all.
saying.
Why? When y'all gonna realize Kawhi the best player, bro?
Okay, but here's
hey,
what y'all not
but
understanding
BJ,
though.
Man,
only
The
the
best
Kawhi's
players
only
hurt.
don't
problem
always win you a
Okay,
game.
only
Kawhi's
Best
problem with
hurt.
players
that,
don't
BJ.
always.
our best
Only
player.
problem with
Listen,
that, BJ. Only problem is if you going against a Denver,
Oh my God.
you know they not gonna mentally fall apart.
facts.
You see what I'm saying? So
Bro,
They
I
might
don't
have
know
a
about
bad
that.
game,
Hold
but they
on.
don't
Can't
mentally
say
fall
that.
how
Hey,
apart.
I'm looking at
no,
it,
no, no,
BJ.
no. It's
BJ,
different.
how
It's
I'm looking
different
at it,
between
To it.
Denver has never been hunted, bro. They
They
ass
not.
gonna be hunted this
BJ.
year. This
They
is
were last
BJ,
different.
night.
You don't know. You don't
talking
know
about
what
Denver, Denver is
we
not
talking
beating
about
Denver
we
us.
been
talking about
hunted.
we talking
Denver
about
is
players.
coasting right
If
now,
a
Denver
y'all.
player's
is
not
not
having a
beating
good
us.
game, if a
That
player's not having
okay.
a good game, BJ, they not gonna mentally check out of it.
That's my
Okay.
point.
PG doesn't
When I
always
see,
mentally
when I
check
see,
out.
okay, we've seen. Hold on, we've seen Denver. Like I said, they had 1 year last year when they showed everybody. Before that, they was getting put out in the first round, second
And when
round.
the Clippers
Hold
shown
on,
it
hold
though,
No.
on.
when the
That's not
No,
Clippers
true.
hold on,
That's
showed
hold
it,
not
on,
true.
they ain't never
hold on.
showed it.
Again, hold on. They are going to be hunted this year in the
They've
playoffs. They are
never
not the
been
same team as
BJ.
last year.
They've
This
never
is a
been out of the first round with Jamal Murray and Jokic healthy. That's not true.
okay,
They
but
not a
see, but
mental
okay, that's
man.
fine, that's fine. But it's apparent they have weaknesses that are split. And now, if you ain't got Bruce Brown on that team, they bench is
Okay,
very vulnerable.
okay,
Hey, but
so
they got the
hold on.
trade deadline to
Okay,
snap.
No,
well, when
fuck
the
the
They
trade,
can
And
okay,
trade.
so
but
do
Fuck
that's
the
we.
not
trade
definite.
deadline. No.
That's
Fuck
not
And
the
so
trade.
do
definite.
we.
That's not
Okay,
And so
definite
do
though.
we.
so hold on. So BJ,
That's
let me
not
ask you
definite
this.
though.
What? Hold on. Let's
So what?
play.
So
Hold on.
BJ, if we match Denver, do you think we just gonna be blowing out? Would you think we
We
gonna be
don't have to,
to
bro.
beat Denver? You think we just gonna blow them out?
Yeah.
We
What's
got
the
No,
the
what's
we
that's
the
not
got
what
the
he
better
said.
players. Hold on, this is what I'm
No, that
saying.
doesn't mean, bro.
I'm
We had
saying.
the better
Hold on.
players in 2020.
Okay, we did, and
We
what
had
happened
a
in
dumbass
2021?
coach too. He was
Hold
worse
on,
than
hold on.
Ty
Time
Rivers.
out. Time out. Time
Ty
out.
Lue, I
Dumb
mean.
shit I
No,
saw.
okay. Let me just say this.
It's not
Without
about
bringing up
players.
2020, hold on. But without bringing 2020, you gotta talk about 2021. So we're gonna do it on both sides. If you're gonna keep bring up 2020, bring up 2021 while you're at it.
Okay,
Right.
Exactly.
but
Because
That's what I'm
BJ,
saying. Y'all cherry picking ass
let's
clown.
okay, so
we're
BJ,
not gonna do this
here's what I'm gonna say
2020
really
bubble
quick,
shit.
BJ. One thing that you just said, right? And I'm so I can't believe you said this because I know you know the game. When you said that we have the better players, here's what I noticed. Do you know how many teams have lost with the better players? I could go down for 20 minutes and tell you all the teams that had the better players that lost.
That's a
Dallas in
good point.
2007 had the better players. They lost. They got lost in the first round. Clippers in 2020 had the better players. They lost, right? So again, what are we talking
All
about?
4 Lakers had the better players lost.
And they lost. So again, it's
Okay.
about matchup
You guys
schemes
are worried
and
about the
countering.
wrong things.
No,
Y'all worried
here's what
about
I'm worried about.
PG. I'm not worried about PG.
Okay, so here's what the realist is saying. The realist is saying that how effective Paul George. He's so important to what we do offensively and defensively. If he
Agreed.
checks out of a game, that
not
literally
going to.
takes so much out of us to where he's saying that we hope that James Harden can cover up, which is one of the reasons
That's
why.
basically what it is, BJ.
Well,
and
here's the-
if you're not
go ahead.
looking at it from that point of
Hey,
view,
you can't trust
Because
James
Him
Harden
checking
all the
out.
way.
Him checking out.
And Herm just up here stirring shit up with trying to come
but
in
but
here.
but
No,
but,
I'm
no,
not.
but BJ, but
I ain't been
BJ,
talking.
but
James
BJ,
Harden, he's been a
I ain't
four
been
conference.
talking that much.
Hold on. Memphis
Can't
ain't
blame
done
me.
a fuck. Memphis ain't done a fucking thing for them to talk about James Harden, who's been to 4 conference finals his whole career. So you're not qualified to talk about
But
what his man
I am
choked in.
qualified because the
You're
motherfucker
not
always choke when
qualified.
they need his ass the most. He
You never
choke.
qualified,
He
man.
doesn't get it done.
BJ,
Last year,
To
he
choke,
choked the
BJ, this
games
what
in
I'm
the
looking
game,
at.
game
to
7.
choke,
What the hell you talking
first of
about,
all,
BJ?
to choke, you have to actually get somewhere to choke. You motherfuckers can't get past the second round.
Yeah, but motherfucker, how can you trust a nigga like that? Nigga that always choke.
Easy.
Dumbass.
That's
Herm,
this
relax.
dude.
Hey,
This
Take
dude
your
BJ,
making
meds,
up
Herm.
shit.
Hey, Herm, take your meds.
You guys can make out the second round,
Hey,
man.
BJ, man.
Hey,
Only
Herm,
thing
take your
I'm saying,
meds, man.
BJ,
Relax, man.
only thing I'm saying is I'm expecting PG to do PG shit. And I just
But
hope
that's fine.
Harden can cover up the fuck up shit that PG gonna do. That's all I'm saying.
So,
But the
BJ,
real
That's
So
that's
one more
that's
thing.
what's gonna
I'm
happen.
not
That's
saying
what's gonna happen, bro.
I'm not saying we need to change him because no,
Hold
you're
up,
not
hold up.
changing PG. You're
So
not changing.
here's what
You're
I'm
not
saying.
changing the shots he's gonna take.
Hold up,
You're not
let me go
changing
after
that.
him.
Here's what I'm
Hold up,
saying,
All
hold
I'm
BJ.
saying
Really
is
quick.
that shit does worry me. What I
It
seen
worries you.
last night.
And bro,
Bro,
he's
that's
being
PG
honest
though.
because here's the thing. The reason BJ, you can't
Oh
act
my
like
God, y'all
our
going
hold on,
crazy.
BJ. You can't act like our experience of watching Paul George is invalid. Like, we're not just making this up. We're actually looking at when it comes down to championship basketball, the 50-50 guys in a team that's well coached, that has a great team. We're gonna see who's the better team, not by the talent level, but by
Of
the
course.
schemes and by the counters that a team can
course.
take advantage of and see how, okay, this is their
Yeah.
weakness. Because again, in that Denver series, we were whooping their ass 3-1. What made us lose that series is they countered, made adjustments, BJ. We see it every
Right.
year.
Doc
So
Rivers.
again,
They
here's
did.
what I'm
They
saying.
did.
Good
Hold on,
point. Good point.
The counter was
Good
not.
point.
The counter was. Hold on. The counter was not go at Paul George. See, this is where I have an issue because I heard that it was going to depend on Paul George. That if you guys want to be honest, games 5 and 6, Paul George and Kawhi were great in. It was that one fucking game 7 where they both just pretty much went out of gas and they weren't able to score any points. It was they were attacking Reggie Jackson, they were attacking Marcus Moore or Reggie Jackson and Montrezl Harrell. It wasn't even an adjustment on Paul George.
And Lou Williams.
So this whole we gonna make an adjustment on Paul. That was again, name the playoff series where a team just took Paul George out the series. I can tell you certain games he had bad shooting nights, but tell me the adjustment that you're gonna do on Paul
I can do that for every player. I can do that for every player.
Is a part of him taking bad shots.
Okay, then that's a coaching issue.
Kobe. Paul George was the best player on the court in game 5 or game 6. One or the other, Kawhi. But both of them games, I can't remember which one. Game 5 and game 6. Kawhi and Paul George took turns dominating that game, and it was the best player on the court, and they lost because the matchups, and Denver said it after the series. Denver said, Denver said, hold on. Denver said, Denver said,
Go ahead.
Denver said, we kept waiting for the Clippers to put the all-offense team on the court. They were speaking of Reggie Jackson, Lou Williams, Trez at the same time. That was what they kept saying. That was the same thing they kept saying, bro. That's the thing. And now game 5 and game 6. Listen, game 5 and game 6. Game 5 and game 6. They both was fucking dominant. They both was dominant, and they still lost the game.
I got plenty of quotes for you.
They still lost the game. Hold on. They still lost the game. They still lost the game because Doc Rivers kept putting the fucking dumbass lineup on the court, and Denver acknowledged that shit and laughed about it in the press conference after game 7. They said that's all we was waiting on every game.
For you, Thomas, who did they have anybody to guard Paul George in that entire series? Just answer the question. Did they have anybody?
What does that got to do with game 5 and game 6?
Answer the question, please. Just answer the question, and I'm gonna get you context. Did they have anybody to guard Paul George or Kawhi Leonard in that series?
Yes, Jeremy Grant was on Kawhi Leonard. Jeremy Grant was on Kawhi Leonard. That was a good matchup.
So what about Paul? Okay. So you're saying Jeremy Grant?
Paul George cooked their ass game 5 and 6.
Okay, so
Paul George cooked their ass. Paul George had 36, 6 assists, 6 steals. The motherfucker had 6 steals in one game.
No
exactly.
Jeremy
the
Grant,
great players dominated and still lost.
Right? The way I look at it is, yes, we can all agree, and this is how I look at the game of basketball. I look at it from a counter perspective. Bro, I'm a chess playing nigga, bro. So, again, when they make that counter, Paul Millsap has a good game 5. He has like 21 points, and I think he had like 15 in the second half. He was hitting corner threes. Marcus Morris wasn't closing out. We were bad closing out in them last 4 games. Jamal Murray.
Neither was Reggie Jackson, Montrez, and Lou. You're right.
Reggie Jackson didn't even play that series. So here's what I'm saying. Here's what I noticed.
Reggie Jackson did play.
He didn't play in that Denver series.
Yes, he did.
What are you talking about? How many minutes did he play in that Denver series?
I don't know how many he played, but he played.
He played like 10 minutes in the whole series, bro. Stop the cap, bro.
Look, he played. Lou Williams.
No,
Montrezl Harrell. They was all on the court at the same time.
He played. Here was the lineup. He had Landry Shamet. He had Montrezl
It was Lou Williams.
Yeah, it was Lou Williams, Landry Shamet, Reggie, and Morris.
I know what I'm talking
Montrez.
about.
5 weak-ass defenders he kept playing.
I get it, but here's
trash-ass players.
Here's what I'm saying. Every team has a weakness. Even though those guys can't defend,
yeah,
how do we
the
make
coach.
Up for it? Hold on. Okay, guess what? We're not going to have the 5 best defenders on the floor. So how do we make up for it? How do we make up for it when we have weak guys who can't defend, right? What we do is we got to make sure we maximize what we do well, which is what we
make up for it by putting Patrick Beverly and Michael Green into the fucking game. That's what you do.
Okay, so you're not.
Yeah. That's what you do.
No. Because you're not. You're just saying stuff that you don't understand. It comes to the end game. Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell was gonna do what they do. They was gonna give you their 20 points or 15 points, and that's what you.
No, they didn't. They was choking their ass off bad.
Okay, but that was the last 2 or 3 games. Here's what I'm saying. In those same
they was trash the whole time.
No, they weren't. The first 3 games, we had a 3-1 lead, and they was both averaging 15.
Yeah, we had a 3-1 lead because Paul George and Kawhi.
Okay, so here's the thing. Why did they finish it if they the guy? That's my point. If Paul George is that guy.
Because he can't out-coach the coach, dummy. You can't out-coach the coach.
Here's what I'm saying.
Doug Rivers is the chokingest coach in NBA history. You can't outplay that.
No.
You can't outplay a dumbass coach.
Hey, Kobe Jordan, we ain't even got to go back to the bubble. Let's go back to when he was playing elite level basketball for OKC when it was him, Melo, and Russ.
He had injured shoulders, bro.
He had an MVP season. He was in the top 5 MVP vote. He was in the top 5 MVP vote.
Hey, hold on. That's a bad example, Arm.
He was top 5 MVP vote.
Paul George was showing out. Paul George was showing out at OKC in the playoff, dummy.
No, well, he got his ass kicked by Donovan Mitchell.
That don't matter. That's the team lost. The team lost. The team lost. The team.
And James put him
the team lost.
You don't want to talk about 21. You gonna go past
the team lost. The team lost. You talking about Paul George? Don't talk about the team.
Hold on, can I ask you a question?
You can't trust Paul George.
In 2008, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Doc Rivers, who we
you can't trust a lot of these people. The fuck?
Doc Rivers, who we know is one of the biggest choke artists of coaching history, right? When that 2008 Boston team got to the finals, do y'all realize every series they went 6 or 7 games? And again, this is Doc Rivers, who had the way more talented team. What made those teams get over those? Because to me, they could have easily lost against Atlanta, right? But here's what made those guys. Their top 3 guys stepped up when it mattered the most to close out those games, right? So close out games. Your dog, I'm paying you.
What happened his whole career? Boston had. Hey, how many rings Boston got? How many rings Kawhi Leonard got?
What you say, Kobe Jordan?
How many rings Kawhi Leonard got? How many rings Kawhi Leonard got?
Here's what I'm saying. In closeout games,
how many rings Kawhi Leonard got?
Am I wrong? In closeout games, is the big dog.
Yeah. And Kawhi outperformed Boston.
Keep on talking, you Kobe Jordan.
Okay, I know he keep on because he don't want me to look.
Yeah, because you spent dumbass narrative. Who has the most fucking rings? Answer the fucking question. Who got the question? Who got the most rings? Answer the question.
That don't have nothing to do
with Kawhi or Doc Rivers. Who has the most rings?
The question, man. I want to hear what
No. Hell no.
See, because he
Hell,
told I
because
got him
you
first.
experienced this.
See, BJ, that's the
ask a
shit we
question?
talking about, man. Let tell that nigga to let other
Stop
people talk.
playing
You let
dumb
this
ass
tepid ass
games.
I just
talk.
want to ask a
You let this
question.
tepid ass talk.
Stop playing dumb ass
Hold on,
games.
can I
Who
answer?
has the most rings?
I
Hold
can't
on,
even
hold
ask
on,
a
Sean.
question,
Let him go. Let him go.
This
You
is
ask a
crazy, bro.
question.
We adults, bro. We can't even act like grown men.
Facts. Yeah, what was you saying, Kobe?
Listen, bro. All I'm